I have a funny feeling that this is going to be an emotional stream. But thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to the Week 17 play-by-play reaction of the Buffalo Bills Miami Dolphins game. Buffalo Bills' last home game, Buffalo Bills' last game, and for Kyle Williams, the last game of his career. So I look forward to doing this with you guys today. We'll have a good time. Unfortunately, the season obviously did not go how we wanted it to, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Looking to get that last win for Kyle Williams. They were just talking to the announcers booth about how this Buffalo Bills team looks like they might be on the upswing, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Unfortunately, again, this season did not go according to plan. But in the preseason, I thought we wouldn't make the playoffs. I predicted us not to make the playoffs. I actually thought we'd go 9-7 and still miss the playoffs. Obviously, that didn't happen. But we will not be in the playoffs. JMG, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Thanks for joining me, man. Always good to have people on the stream. We'll be talking throughout the whole game, talking about Kyle Williams, talking about the Miami Dolphins, talking about the Buffalo Bills. But doing a lot of talking about the future of these teams, where both teams are heading. I know a lot of Bills fans think that this is Kyle Williams' send-off. But remember, the Miami Dolphins will not just lay down for us. Ryan Tannehill, we don't know what's going to happen with him, right? So he wants to come out and ball out so that way the team knows, hey, we got our quarterback here with Ryan Tannehill. So I think Ryan Tannehill still has much to prove, so he's going to come out ready to play. I think that, with the Bills fans, we want that last win for the Bills, for Kyle Williams, his last game of his career. But I don't think it's going to be an easy task. We lost to the Dolphins in Week 13, so we'll just find out what happens here. But thank you for watching on Believers Talk. My name is Joe again. We'll be going over, in the half hour before the game, here's how we always do it. We'll go over the injury report, the inactives for this game. We'll talk about who's playing, who's not playing, and things like that. I'll go over each and every single game, guys. There's a lot of things being decided in the playoff race right now this week, obviously, especially on the AFC side. A lot of those games moved to 4:25. Obviously, that big Sunday night game between the Colts and the Titans, that's tonight. Hope a lot of you are going to watch that. I'll probably watch that. Maybe I'll catch it over on the Sports Fury as well. So if you're not subscribed to the Sports Fury, guys, they do all primetime football games. So subscribe to them. They have a fun time. Sean and Josh, they're a lot of fun. So subscribe to them if you haven't already. So maybe we'll go over there this evening and watch that game with them. But we'll see. But yeah, that's a big game. Obviously, the winner getting into the playoffs, loser out. If Houston loses their game this afternoon, they play at 1 o'clock. If they lose to Jacksonville, then the winner of that game actually wins the division. Houston has their seat, or has a playoff spot locked up. Houston will be in the playoffs, but they don't have that division locked up yet. They need to win or tie Jacksonville to have that division locked up. And if they lose, they might be looking at a wild card spot. And for those of you who might be new, you don't know, I actually picked the Vikings to play the Texans in the Super Bowl. That's who I picked as my Super Bowl teams. So I will cheer for them as long as they're both in it. But obviously, nothing's guaranteed yet. It's guaranteed that Houston's going to be in the playoffs. But you look at Minnesota. Minnesota has to win or hope that the Eagles lose to get in the playoffs. So my Super Bowl prediction isn't looking that great. But at the same time, I'm going to stick with them until I have to. I'll probably do a playoff episode giving you my realistic opinion of what might happen in the playoffs. But I'll still stick by my Vikings over Houston Super Bowl pick. We'll see if it happens. I doubt it. But you know what? They're both still in playoffs as of right now. So I'll stick with them. Anthony, welcome to Believers Talk. #sports. What awful division that is. Yeah, it really is. You're absolutely right. So it's amazing that Houston can lose. And they won, 8 in a row, 9 in a row, maybe even 10 in a row at one point of the season. And they're looking at possibly not even winning the division. So, it is pretty bad how bad that division is. But we'll see. Jacksonville beating Houston. They've been pretty good historically against them. We'll see. I'll go, and that's another thing I'll do in this half an hour. I will go through game by game and say who I think is going to win each game. Next year, what I plan to do is keep track. I did not do a good job keeping track of my record this year, as a lot of people do. So I'll do a better job keeping track of that. Maybe I'll do it against the spread too. I don't know. We'll see. Vegas wasn't good to me yesterday during the bowl games, so maybe I'll stick away from doing it against the spread. We'll see. But again, guys, welcome to Believers Talk again. My name is Joe, and then I'll give you my 3 keys to victory for this game, for the Bills-Miami game, and I'll also give you my prediction for this game, not only win or loss, but I'll give you a score prediction as well. Let you know if we're covering the over/under and covering the spread as well. I think currently Buffalo's a 5.5-point favorite last I checked, so I'll let you know more about that. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to Hashtag Sports, I saw that they left a comment already. Just so you know, today, right after the game, I don't do post-game right after. They do. So go over to Hashtag Sports and watch their post-game. They will be giving away the autographed Thurman Thomas helmet that they've been promoting for the past, I think it's been past 2 or 3 weeks now, if not longer. I'm ready for them to call my name. I think I have a good shot, right? But no, I do ask you guys, go over there as soon as the game's over. Normally they do their post-game around 5 o'clock. But today they will be doing their post-game immediately after. I will be reminding you guys sometime in the fourth quarter as well. Go over to Hashtag Sports as soon as the game's over. Not only will you get great post-game, you might have a chance to win that Thurman Thomas helmet if you sign up for a chance to win it. So I'll be heading over there as soon as the game's over. I look forward to it. Hopefully you guys do too. We'll have a good time chatting. We always do. And then they'll call my name for the helmet, right? Hashtags? Yeah, hey, hashtag anytime, man. I always enjoy you guys' content. You know you guys make me laugh a lot. So I look forward to continuous videos for both of us. Both of our streams. We'll be doing videos during the off season. Just because the season ends for the team doesn't mean it ends for us. We gotta keep going, and it gets even harder sometimes. We gotta make up content. We don't know what to talk about. I mean, I don't know what to talk about. Maybe you guys already have plans, but we'll talk about draft coverage. Obviously, we'll talk about draft. We'll talk about free agency. We'll talk about all the money we got. All of that money. I look forward to spending $86 million. That's for sure. I wish I was a GM. I'd just be like, you know what? I think I deserve that money. So let's not spend it. Let's just give it to me, and then we're good. Yeah, me. But I do look forward to seeing how the Bills spend that money. And you better believe that we will keep you updated with every single transaction that happens here on Believers Talk. So without any further ado, let's go over the inactives for this game. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins. Obviously, Matt Milano's out. There's been a few key injuries for the Buffalo Bills throughout the season where we just lost them for the year. Murphy is on the IR as well, so he's out. So there's a few of those guys who have been placed on IR. But these are the inactives going into today's game. We're going to start with the Miami Dolphins because that's the first team on my screen. There's no other reason for it. Isaac Asiata, offensive guard, he's inactive. David Fales, quarterback, he's inactive. But more than likely, they're just going to rely on Ryan Tannehill for the quarterback spot, obviously. Isaiah Ford, he is inactive, wide receiver. Xavier Howard, cornerback, he's inactive. That's huge. If you remember, guys, he had 2 interceptions against us in the last game. So that's a big loss for the Miami Dolphins. TJ McDonald, strong safety, he's inactive. Kendrick Norton, defensive tackle, he's inactive. And then Zach Sturrup, offensive tackle, he's listed as inactive. So a few inactives for the Dolphins, and none bigger than that Xavier Howard, who's having a great season. I think he was voted into the Pro Bowl this year as well. Great season for the Miami Dolphins. I told you in the last time we played them, that was one of the guys we had to watch out for. So look forward to today, not having to worry about him on the field with that young quarterback, Josh Allen. We know how much he likes to sometimes throw questionable football. So hopefully we see improvement on that. And hopefully we see no more interceptions in this game. That's what we hope for. So going over to the Buffalo Bills side of the ball, we're talking about the inactives for the Buffalo Bills. You got Derek Anderson still listed as an active. Guys, Derek Anderson's healthy. All right, he's not in concussion protocol anymore. But the truth of the matter is, with Josh Allen and Matt Barkley back there, Matt Barkley, who, by the way, just 2 weeks ago we inked to a 2-year extension. So Matt Barkley will be on our team next year. At least it looks that way. But with those 2 guys in there, no need to have Derek Anderson using up one of those 51 spots on the roster come game day. So Vladimir Dukas, offensive guard, he is listed as inactive. Keith Ford, running back, it's unfortunate he's listed as inactive. We'd really love to see more from him after we saw him last week. And I think 2 weeks ago we saw what he could do. Young running back, obviously undrafted guy. We'd love to see what more he could do. We've been doing pretty good with those undrafted guys. Robert Foster leading the charge so far this season. So we would love to see more of that. But unfortunately, he's inactive for today's game. Ryan Lewis, cornerback, he's inactive. Julian Stanford, linebacker, he's inactive. Makes us really thin at the linebacker position. Julian Stanford was actually taking the place of Matt Milano. So now it makes us even more stretched out thin at that linebacker position. Deontay Thompson, wide receiver, he's inactive. Eddie Yarborough, defensive end, he is also inactive. So those are the Bills inactives for this game. Haven't heard much from Eddie Yarbrough this season, so not too much of a disappointment there. We'll still have Shaq Lawson. We'll still have Jerry Hughes on our ends. Deontay Thompson, ever since we got him back midway through the season, hasn't really been able to connect with Josh Allen. That connection's been missing, so it'll be interesting to see what happens to him in the offseason. Obviously, we need to address that wide receiver position. We need to get better at that wide receiver position, but I was talking in the car yesterday with someone I was watching the Notre Dame game with, and man, it seems like every position other than quarterback and fullback on offense we could improve on. So hopefully we address some of those issues. And I said one of the first issues I would want to address is offensive line. It's amazing how everything else can look better if you have a good offensive line. So look forward to seeing that. Julian Stanford, again, he was replacing Matt Milano, so leaves us thin at linebacker position, but we'll see how we do there. Ryan Lewis, he's been inactive for a couple weeks now, so not surprising to see him on the inactive list. Keith Ford, that's a little upsetting. Again, you want to see your young guys get in there. It sounds like Zoe will spend all day inside. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work. We'll see, though. We'll see. I look forward to this game, guys. Currently 12:41. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Welcome to Believers Talk. Thanks for joining me. Again, we'll do the live stream, play-by-play reaction. Can't give you games, guys, the game live. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you due to YouTube and NFL restrictions. They will shut my channel down. And believe it or not, I enjoy doing this. I've enjoyed doing this all season. I enjoyed that you guys have been with me all season. Started this channel at the end of last year, the day after the Super Bowl, the day after the Eagles won. We started this channel, Steve and I. Steve obviously has been MIA for quite some time, unfortunately. Always welcome back, though, whenever he wants to come back, whether that be off-season, regular season, whenever that would be. But still happy to do this, give you guys play-by-play and reaction to each game. You guys join me. You guys keep me energized with your comments, your questions. Obviously, today, a lot of questions probably about the Bills' future. I look forward to talking about those. And I look forward to talking to you guys about Josh Allen, what I thought about his production. Obviously, I'll make videos on all this kind of stuff, but, it's good to talk about that stuff during a live stream as well. Tomorrow, Monday, I will be giving you my post-game. Normally, what I'll do is after the game, after I'm done live streaming, I'll watch the game again. So that way, I know the results, so there's no more emotion involved. It's just watching play-by-play, what has happened, what I see, watching different positions, see who did good, who did bad. I try to give you guys a little good and bad, no matter what the result of the game is. We've had a lot of bad games, guys. You talk about the first game of the season, we lost 41-10 or 41-3 to Baltimore. I still try to get some good out of it. There's good out of every game. There's bad out of every game. So you got to be able to take that and see how that progresses throughout the season. So I think we've come a long way since week 1 against the Ravens. So let me go through the games of today. Obviously, a lot of games have playoff implications. Not too many of them at the 1 o'clock hour, mostly at the 4:25 time, and the tonight game, of course. All the games are on Sunday. This way, no one can be scoreboard watching or anything like that. Although you have to believe that the Titans and Colts will be scoreboard watching, because again, if Houston loses, the winner of that game wins the division. So hard to believe that after everything that's happened so far this year. Again, with the Texans being on a 9-10 game win streak, whatever it was, hard to believe that they still haven't clinched that division. They had a good shot to get that 2 spot from New England. New England's lost 2 in a row in December for the first time since 2003. Tom Brady has 13 picks, I believe, this year, which is the most he's had since 2002. New England has not looked like the New England of old, the juggernaut that they've been in the past, but still, Houston can't take advantage of it. Houston loses when they lose. After that miracle Miami, you're like, oh, Houston can take the 2 seed, but then they lose. Last week, Houston loses after Pittsburgh beat New England. Houston got the 2 seed. What happens? Houston loses. So I think they lost to Seattle on Monday night, right? So it seems like every chance Houston gets to take that 2 seed and stamp a possible bye week and all that, they just give it right back up to New England. And those are the type of breaks. And I'm not going to say it's luck, it's not, but those are definitely breaks that New England has gotten in this 2-decade stretch of them just winning. It seems like whenever they need a break, that's what happens, They're going to get the first-round bye. They've never won a Super Bowl without a first-round bye in the playoffs. And here they are, they're going to get first-round bye. You cannot. Hi, believers. I'm just reading your comment. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Good luck today. You too. If you're a Dolphins fan, good luck to you. Good luck to Ryan Tannehill. I've always liked Ryan Tannehill as a quarterback. Obviously, whenever we play him, I want to beat him. But, just bad luck with the injuries has happened, and sometimes not the greatest team around him, not the greatest coaching around him. So I wish Tannehill the best of luck. But yeah, I don't know if he's sticking around next season or not for the Dolphins, or if the Dolphins are going to look in a direction. Nick Foles is going to be a free agent, so possibly looking at someone like Nick Foles coming in either here or Jacksonville. I know that there's been talks about both those teams being interested, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? NFL, in the NFL, anything can happen. We all know that, so be interesting to see. So let's go through all these games. Were you here? I think you were here last time too, right, Tommy? I think you said this last time. Your kid was a Bills fan, and you were a Dolphins fan. So thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, guys, hit that subscribe button. Like I said earlier, just because the regular season ends, just because the Bills season ends, does not mean this stream ends. Next week and the following week, I will be going live for play-by-play and reaction to whatever playoff game you guys vote for on Twitter. I will be doing a Twitter poll probably tomorrow, starting tomorrow. I'll end it Friday or Saturday, asking you guys what game you guys want me to do. And whichever game wins, that's the game I'm going to stream. So if you're interested, my Twitter page, I believe, is down below in the description. I'll check that. If it's not, I can add it real quick. So yay, live streams, right? But I believe it's down in the description. And so you can also go on there on my Twitter page. I try to keep you guys updated on all Buffalo sports. Buffalo Sabres losing yesterday to the Bruins in overtime, really frustrating. Buffalo Bulls ranked for the first time in college basketball. They're ranked for the first time in school history. Let's watch this ride together, baby. Let's do it together. We all know what happened to the Buffalo Bulls last year in the dance. They upset Arizona, came so close to beating Kentucky, had a great game against #1 Kentucky, just were unable to do it. So that's exciting. Buffalo Bulls football, I keep you updated on that. I think Tyree Jackson's looking to transfer, so that's not the greatest news. Obviously, Johnson, the wide receiver, he's coming out in the draft, so there's some spots to fill there, but I'll keep you updated on that too. I'll keep you updated on all Buffalo sports news. Yay, Bruins fans. I think I'm mad about the fact that you're a Bruins fan, then you're a Dolphins fan, man. Come on. Gotta look at my channel if you have time. I will, Tommy. I'll come by and check it out. So, but thank you for joining me. I believe it's talking. My name is Joe. We're gonna go through these games. Already went through the inactives for today's games. If we have time, I'll go through them again. Some of the big names for Miami, the biggest name is Xavier Howard. He's inactive today. Had 2 interceptions when the Bills played them the last time, so that's going to be unfortunate for the Miami Dolphins. For the Buffalo Bills, Keith Ford, Julian Sanford, those guys are probably the biggest names on the inactive list, just because Julian Sanford was taking place of Matt Milano. And then Keith Ford, you always want to see how a young running back can do. See what we have going into the offseason. So let's go through these 1 o'clock games. Let's go through all the games of today. I'll stop by and tell you guys what playoff significance, if any, these games have. So, of course, 1 o'clock games. First game on the list today, we have Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills. Miami comes in 7-8. They do not have a chance to make the playoffs. However, a 500 record is something to fight for, and some teams believe that. So they'll be fighting for that. The Buffalo Bills obviously have nothing to fight for either. 5-10 on the season. Just want to see constant improvement from our team. We know what we have on defense. I'm not worried about our defense. I want to see constant improvement from that offense. Sorry. Yeah, hey, it happens, right? We have to be a fan of somebody, whether it's the Bruins, Sabres, it happens. So I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, Miami, Buffalo, no playoff implications at all. Detroit at Green Bay, that's a 1 o'clock game, no playoff implications there. Jacksonville at Houston, a little bit of playoff implications in this game. Houston, if they win, they will win the division. If Houston wins, New England loses, Houston's the number 2 seed. So I'll go through the Miami-Buffalo game after we're done with this, let you know who I think is going to win and if they cover the spread or not. Detroit, Green Bay at Green Bay. Green Bay is a 7.5 point favorite. I like Green Bay. Don't know if I like that 7.5 number, so I'd go Green Bay straight up. Jacksonville at Houston. I think Houston's going to run away with this game. I know someone said earlier that they think Jacksonville has a good shot. Anthony, you said earlier you think Jacksonville has a good shot against this Houston Texans team. And you know what? One thing I love that the NFL did, this was about 5-6 years ago, and maybe even longer, I'm getting too old to remember, they went to all division games week 17, right? You're playing your division week 17, so you know it matters, and that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome that they did that, because now every game matters, and if you're lucky, you get a game like Indianapolis versus the Tennessee Titans, where the winner's in, loser's out. It's basically a playoff game before the playoffs even start. So I think that was a great job by the NFL. Love the fact that you did that. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan when it comes to baseball. I'm all New York teams until baseball, probably because of the TBS contract. That's what I blame it on. And growing up, they had that awesome pitching staff. So, yeah, huge Braves fan here. But I don't know why the Buffalo obviously doesn't have a baseball team. Used to, and I enjoyed watching them. I enjoyed the Buffalo Bisons. They're probably my favorite baseball team. And that's a AAA affiliate in Buffalo. So so that's how that goes, right? So Jacksonville, Houston, I actually think Houston's going to cover that 7-point spread. New England, New York Jets in New England. New England's a 14-point favorite. I think it's closer than that. I would take the Jets with the spread. However, New England's going to win this game. New England's going to get the number 2 seed, possibly even the number 1 seed if we're not careful. So New England beats the New York Jets. They just do not cover that 14-point spread. 1 o'clock, Carolina, New Orleans. New Orleans has that number 1 seed locked up. Carolina is not fighting for anything as far as playoffs, being 6-9. Cam Newton has been sidelined for the rest of the season. But it's going to be interesting this game because it's going to be backups versus backups, right? Because Carolina's going to have some starters in there, but a lot of their teams have been banged up throughout the season. So you have backups like Cam Newton, for example. And New Orleans isn't going to start Drew Brees. Why? Why would you start anybody on that team? So it's going to be an interesting game there. New Orleans is an 8-point favorite. I'll take Carolina to cover that spread. As far as the winner, it's in New Orleans. I'll take New Orleans. But I think the Carolinas can cover that spread. At 1 o'clock, you have Dallas, New York Giants. Dallas has their spot, the 4 seed, locked up. No need to start anyone. The Giants at home. I picked the Giants to win this game. Giants are actually 7.5-point favorites. So I think the Giants to win this game. I think Dallas is going to cover that spread, however. Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Atlanta is a 2.5-point favorite going against Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this one. This is a toss-up. Normally when I have a toss-up on my hands, I'm going to go with the home team, and that's going to be Tampa Bay. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay in this one, and that would mean they cover the -2.5 spread, right? So Tampa Bay is going to win over Atlanta. You got the 4 o'clock games. Now, these are the games that have – all these games have playoff implications for one reason or another. It's insane, but all these games have playoff implications, and some have a little bit more than that. So, like, for example, you look at that Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens game. Guys, I don't remember the last time the Cleveland Browns finished above 500. And maybe one of you guys do. Maybe they talk about that on ESPN. I don't watch ESPN all that much or SportsCenter. So maybe somebody heard that stat earlier this week. Want to leave a comment, let me know. But that would just be awesome to see, right? See Cleveland finish 8-7-1. That would be cool to see. They are going to Baltimore to play the win the AFC North Baltimore Ravens. Now, we all remember what happened last year. As Bills fans, of course, we all remember what happened last year with the Baltimore Ravens. It was winning in, and they couldn't do it. And that was in Baltimore as well. So, be interesting what happens here. I don't think they let that happen again. I'm going to pick Baltimore to win this game. The spread is 7. I think Cleveland covers the spread. Cleveland covers the spread. It's not going to be a 7-point victory for Baltimore, but I think Baltimore pulls out a squeaker here as Baltimore fans hold their breath and fear that might happen again, that they miss out on the playoffs the last week of the season. Oakland at Kansas City. If Kansas City wins, they lock up that number 1 seed. They are 14-point favorites against Oakland. I think Kansas City is going to win this game. I think they're going to cover the spread. I think that they will completely destroy Oakland in this game, ending Chucky's season with a pretty bad loss going into next year. So we'll see if Gruden can improve those Raiders next year or not. The Bears at Minnesota. This game, huge playoff implications. Chicago with a win and a Rams loss get the 2 seed. Minnesota win and you're in. If you lose, you have to hope the Eagles lose. So Minnesota is at home. Minnesota's a 6-point favorite. I think there's going to be a lot of scoreboard watching on that Chicago Bears sideline. And at halftime, if the Rams are comfortably ahead against the Niners, they might sit some of their starters, including Trubisky, Howard, Cohen, Mack, all of them. So I feel like Minnesota's going to win this game. But this game's going to be close. And Chicago might have the lead for a while. And if Chicago wins, I would not be surprised. So I think they're going to cover the 6-point spread. But Minnesota wins at home. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs a lot of help. I think I just saw that they are the 13% chance to make the playoffs. They need to win and have Baltimore lose, or a win and a tie in the Sunday night game means they get in the playoffs. So Pittsburgh is a 14-point favorite over Cincy. Pittsburgh's going to win this game. They're not going to cover the spread. I think they'll win by 10, something like that, but they're not going to cover 14 points. Pittsburgh wins. Philadelphia at Washington. Again, like I just said, Philadelphia needs a win and a Minnesota loss to have a chance to make the playoffs here. Philly's a 6-point favorite. I have Philly winning this game. I have Philly covering the spread. Washington just is not the same team they were with Alex Smith as quarterback. I mean, you lose 2 quarterbacks in a season to a broken leg. You play 4 quarterbacks. We've seen it in Buffalo. You play 4 quarterbacks, and guess what's going to happen? You're not going to look good. So I have the Eagles winning that one. LA Chargers at Denver. Chargers win. Kansas City loses. LA Chargers are then the #1 overall seed. And then that drops Kansas City down to the 5 seed. So I think the Chargers are going to win this one. If New England wins at 1 o'clock, the Chargers and Chiefs lose. New England's then the #1 seed, so we don't want that to happen. San Fran at LA Rams. Rams are 10-point favorites. Again, Rams need to win to keep that #2 seed, and that's what they're going to do here. They're going to cover the 10.5. They're just going to come out and dominate to start this game just so they have nothing to worry about, and then they'll win this one. Arizona at Seattle. Seattle is locked in that 5 spot, I believe. So no, I don't know if they can go down to 6. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but maybe. So Seattle's a favorite against Arizona, 14-point favorite. I think Seattle's going to win that one. Indy at Tennessee. That's the big one tonight, guys. Indy at Tennessee is the big one. I think Indy's going to win this one. Andrew Luck just looks really good this season. I think Indy's going to do a great job and win this one. So welcome to Believers Talk again. Just went through all the games today. A lot of playoff implications. Again, the winner of that game is in, loser is out. So 12:56 on the East Coast, getting ready to start. However, before we do that, I want to give you my 3 keys to victory and then give you what I think the score is going to be and who is going to win this game. I think our 3 keys to victory, as I talked about in our pregame, 1, you have to rely on Josh Allen's arm a little bit more. Can't always rely on them running the ball. You have McCoy back as a starter this week. Did not start last week for whatever reason, trouble he got into with the coaching staff. But you need to rely on Josh Allen throwing the ball a little bit. Again, Xavier Howard out for Miami. That's a huge help for the Buffalo Bills, so we'll see what happens there. Second key to victory is you got to try to create turnovers and get Tannehill on the ground. Guys, we haven't been doing that great with sacks the past few weeks. We got Tom Brady once. Prior to that, no sacks in the previous 2 games. So we have 1 sack in the past 3 games. That needs to improve. That needs to get better if we think we have a shot to win today or moving forward to next season. We need to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Again, last game, Tannehill had 3 touchdown passes against us. 3. Now, he didn't have flashy numbers, right, yards-wise or whatever. I don't think he threw over 200 yards. But 3 passing touchdown. Myth, welcome to Believers Talk. Thanks for joining me, man. Always good to have you on here. Game getting ready to start. 12:57 on the East Coast. 3 minutes away from kickoff, so I look forward to that. Going over my 3 keys to victory. Already went over Inactives. Went down the list of games today. Told you who I thought was going to win, except for this one. I'll get to that in a second. So that's our second key to victory. Get Tannehill on the ground. Make him make some bad decisions, right? Maybe even get a turnover or 2. Third key to victory, time of possession. We need to control the ball. We need to give our defense time to rest. We've done a much better job the second half of the year than in the first half of the year of keeping the ball and not having a lot of 3 and outs. And be able to move the chains. Maybe that has a little bit something to do with the quarterback, someone behind center. The first half of the season we went through 4 quarterbacks like that. Derek Anderson being one of them, Matt Barkley being one of them. But now that we have consistency at the quarterback position, maybe our offense is getting a little bit better. Still ranked 31st in the NFL, but maybe they're improving a little bit. So those are our 3 keys to victory. You got to talk about Josh Allen passing the ball, beating the Dolphins with his arm. Last time you beat him with his legs, and we still lost, right? He ran for, 130-something? And we still lost that game. So you need to beat them with your arms. Xavier Howard out. That's going to help us out. Number 2, get pressure on Ryan Tannehill. Get him down. Tackle him. Make him make bad decisions. Number 3, time possession. Control the ball. Control the clock. Let McCoy get some runs in there. McCoy's having one of his worst seasons of his career. Let's see what he has left in the tank. Maybe give us reason to look at him next year as a possible option. So those are my 3 keys to victory. I do have the Bills winning this game, guys. The emotional lift. I'm about to roll around this tree a little bit. Hey, go ahead, man. I'll go over the inactives again if you just want to hold on for a minute. I do have them up, so right before kickoff, I'll just run through them real quick. But I think the Buffalo Bills win this game. I think the emotion behind Kyle Williams announcing his retirement, we need to let Kyle Williams out of here with a win. All right, we're at home in Buffalo. Miami isn't going to come up to Buffalo in December and say, oh, yay, look at us. They have nothing to play for. Last week, they found out the playoff hopes are completely dead after they lose to Jacksonville. So they're a little bit demoralized. The Bills have known for a while we're not in the playoffs. We need to finish strong. So I have the Bills winning this game. I personally don't even think it's going to be a 1-score game. I think we'll win. Maybe we'll score late to make it a 2-score game. So I'm going to say the Bills win this game 27-17. That's what I'm going to say the score is. That's going to put us at 44 points. The current over-under on this game is... No idea. 38.5. So I have the Bills winning covering the spread, and the over. So if you're betting at Vegas, don't blame me if you lose, because I didn't do well yesterday, so I don't expect to do well today. But we'll see what happens. We will go through the inactives one more time, just in case you haven't heard it, and kickoff is just a few moments away. Going Miami first, you got Isaac Asiata, offensive guard, David Fales, quarterback, Isaiah Ford, wide receiver, Xavier Howard, cornerback, TJ McDonald, strong safety, Kendrick Norton, defensive tackle, Zach Stirrup, offensive tackle. Those are your inactives for the Miami Dolphins as we watch Kyle Williams jog onto the field for the last time. Again, if you guys have been part of the stream, Kyle Williams is one of my all-time favorite Buffalo Bills players. If I get a little emotional, I apologize. But, 13 years, man. 13 years. What were you doing 13 years ago? That's how long he's been here. That's how long. And how often do you see a player start with one team and stay with that team? So, might get a little emotional. But Buffalo Bills injuries, the inactives for today. Obviously, again, you got Marcus Murphy and Matt Milano on IR still. They're going to be done for the season, of course, with this being last week. On the inactives, you got Derek Anderson, who's completely healthy, just holding a clipboard for Josh Allen and possibly Matt Barkley. Vladimir Dukas, offensive guard. Keith Ford, running back. Ryan Lewis, cornerback. Julian Stanford, linebacker. Again, that's going to hurt a little bit as he was replacing Matt Milano. And then you got Deontay Thompson, wide receiver, and Eddie Yarborough, our defensive end. Those are the inactives for the Buffalo Bills. And one of the ones for the Miami Dolphins. One of our three keys to victory. Again, I have the Bills winning this game. I have the Bills covering the spread, and they have the Bills, the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills covering the over-under. So they're going to go over. So if you're betting, go ahead and bet that one right now. Obviously, again, no playoff implications in this game, but you want to see Josh Allen leave on a good note. So that's what we're looking for. Again, during the commercial breaks, if I see game updates, I will let you know as I do. I'll let you know who scored. Obviously, fantasy football for most of you probably over. Maybe some of you have a championship week going into this week. Not sure. Normally, week 16 is the last week for fantasy just because you never know who's playing week 17. So, Fox 87, welcome to the Believers Talk. Miami wins the toss and Buffalo will receive the ball first. Yeah. So, Buffalo will receive. Looking at Sean McDermott, record 14-17 over his 2 years. Looks like it's a little cold there in Buffalo, so I don't know if Miami's ready for all that. But we'll see. Adam Gase is 23-24 in his 3 seasons. So Buffalo will start with the ball. Miami will kick off to Buffalo. So we're getting ready for kickoff here just in a second. As they're getting ready for kickoff, let's go through some team stats. We're getting ready for this game. Again, they're lining up for the kickoff as we speak. Total yards, Miami's 30th, Buffalo's 31st. So neither team good at total yards. 294.2 for Miami, 293.1 for Buffalo. And that's the last stat I get off as the kick is underway, and we're ready to start this one in Buffalo. This will be returnable, actually fielded at the 12-yard line, so not a great kick as we get to about the 33 before McKenzie's taken down. So pretty good start field position for the Buffalo Bills as then McKenzie gets the ball to the 33-yard line after a kickoff to just the 10. You have to wonder if you're traveling on this side of the field, might be a wind factor, but you might want to start thinking about squib kicking it. If you're Buffalo and Miami, squib kicking it, getting it down there and giving your team time to get down there so you don't start with the ball close to the 35-yard line every time. Passing yards, Miami's 30th, we're 31st. Rushing yards, they're 19th, we're 12th. Allen under center, I formation. Wide receiver to the top of the screen is Foster. Clay goes in motion. And then Zay Jones up bottom of the screen comes up top. So now we have 2 wide receivers top of the screen. McCoy gets the ball on first down, cuts it back to the other side of the field, has a wide open side of the field. Allen throws a quick chip block, and McCoy looks like he gets 10 yards on first down. It was initially a counter to the right. McCoy cut back to the left, as McCoy used to be able to do all the time, and gets about 9.5 yards. So it's going to be a second and short for the Buffalo Bills. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Been live streaming every single Buffalo Bills game, except for that Jaguars game. I was there. Did a couple live streams from that one. That was a lot of fun. But live stream every single Bills game reaction, play-by-play. So if you're new, you want to hit that subscribe button. Just because the season's over does not mean this channel ends. We will keep you posted on all Bills news through the offseason. Allen again under center, gives the ball to McCoy on the 2nd and inches. McCoy does not look like he got it. However, he did push forward a little bit. So it might be 3rd and inches here for the Buffalo Bills. They are marking it 3rd and 1, marking him short of the first down. As we go over our offensive line, starting offensive line is Dawkins, Teller, Roy, Miller, and I missed the last guy. McCoy, DeMarco, Clay, Jones, Foster. Those are our starting guys. And then, of course, Josh Allen as our quarterback. So 0-0, 13:45 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo first team with the ball, has the ball third and 1. Got I formation. It looks like it's Zay Jones at the bottom of the screen. Give the ball. This time it's to Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory bounces forward for a first down. Gets the ball to about the 47-yard line. So Buffalo will get the ball. Good to see Chris Ivory back after he spent a couple weeks on the inactive list. So now Buffalo gets their first down. 13:20 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. It does look like there's a Dolphins player down. So as they go over that, we will go over some more stats from this game. We can't fumble in the red zone trying to get half yard. Yes, you're absolutely right. Jason Kroom needs to stop trying for half yards and fumbling. Welcome, Dan. Welcome, Believers Talk again. Thank you for joining me, guys. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let people know we're here. Share this video. Let people know that we are giving you a live reaction and play-by-play of this game. So while we're going over this injury, it looks like he's actually off the field, but run through some more stats for you. No, it looks like Green Bay snapped the ball. Okay, so I won't go over those stats. But yeah, both these teams rank poorly in offense. That's all you need to know. Single step back. McCoy's going in the back. Allen under center. Allen fakes the handoff to McCoy. Going downfield. Looks like it was to Foster. It was over his head. Incomplete. So just over his head. 13:01 to go. Buffalo has the ball 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. So good start for Buffalo. Get the first down. Got good field position after the kickoff. I'm not sure if the wind had a factor to do with the poor kick, but poor kick. We started the return at the 12-yard line. Got to about the 33. And then on 3 plays, we got 3 run plays. We pick up the first down. McCoy gets 9 yards on first down. Unable to get the first down on second down. Chris Ivory barrels through on second down. I formation. Allen under center again. Allen with a quick throw to Zay Jones. Zay Jones with the catch with the first down. Gets the ball to about the 39-yard, or to the 41 in Miami Dolphins territory. So 41-yard line for the Buffalo Bills in Miami Dolphins territory. 12:45 to go in the first quarter. Again, guys, thank you for watching on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Last game for Kyle Williams, guys, so we'll talk about that a little bit, especially at like halftime, things like that. And then also the last game of the season, of course, Bills at home for the last game. Offside formation to the left, to the top of the field. Allen under center. Zay Jones coming into motion. We have 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, Foster and Jones. Fake handoff, and then this time Allen goes down. DeMarco is late on picking up the blitz by number 55, Baker, of the Miami Dolphins, and there is a sack of Josh Allen. So now it's going to be 2nd and long for the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be 2nd and about 17, I'll say, for the Bills, with 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter. First drive of the game, Miami won the toss, chose to defer to the second half. He is sacked back in Buffalo territory, so they're now at the 49-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 19 for the Buffalo Bills. Under 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hope Dable uses more of the playbook. Well, I mean, there's no reason not to open up the playbook, right? I mean, even if these guys don't know it 100%, what's the matter? So single set back, Allen under center, 4 wide receiver set. Handoff does go to McCoy. McCoy spins away from a tackle, but unable to spin away from Alonzo as he gets a tackle after about a 4-yard gain. So it's going to be about 3rd and 15 for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 16 listed with 11:20 to go in the first quarter. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk for the last game of the season. We've been live for you every single Buffalo Bills game. We will continue to do that into next year. And don't think because of this offseason happening that we don't have plenty of coverage going into this offseason. Guys, I'm wearing my Sabres hat. I will try to give you some Sabres coverage. They lost yesterday. Very disappointing. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. 5 wide receivers set. 3 to the top of the screen. 2 to the bottom. 10:59 to go now in the first quarter. Allen doing a hard count, trying to get some Dolphins offsides. We have seen him use this hard count throughout the year. Worked pretty effectively. Pass is thrown to Foster. It's incomplete. There is a flag down on the play. Looks like it might be a hold. But I'm trying to figure out if it's on Miami or Buffalo. No one's moving yet. If it's on Buffalo, it's going to be declined because it will bring up 4th and long. So, okay, so it's offsetting fouls, it looks like. Holding on the offense. McCoy. Pass interference on number 28 of the defense. So those will offset. So we'll have a 3rd and 16 again for you here. From close to midfield for the Buffalo Bills. Again, Buffalo starts with the drive. Yeah, McCoy kind of just hugged number 91, Cameron Wake, of the Dolphins and threw him down. So that's going to get called every time. I don't really see a pass interference call on number 28 there, but they called it. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 16 again for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and long. Allen in shotgun. 3 wide receivers top of the screen to the bottom. Miami sends a blitz. Allen's able to get away, rolling to his right, trying to find someone open downfield. He finds Ivory, wide open. Chris Ivory, right inside the 10, inside the 5, down at the 1-yard line. There is a flag on the play, but a great job by Allen keeping the play alive, rolling to the right. And they're going to call a late hit on Josh Allen. Another Dolphins player is down. That's number 24. But a great play by Allen to roll to his right, find Chris Ivory in the middle of the field, found him, and then, yeah, Ivory does the rest, running down the field to about the 1-yard line. So great job by the Buffalo Bills there, keeping the play alive, and then moving the ball inside the 5-yard line. They're going to have the ball first and goal. Currently, Torrey McTyer is down for the Miami Dolphins, number 24. So great job by the Buffalo Bills on that play. Great job by Josh Allen mostly on that play to keep the play alive. And Buffalo will have the ball first to goal. It is a roughing the passer penalty. Unfortunately, since we're at the 2-yard line, it's not that big of a penalty. It's going to be a 1-yard penalty for the Miami Dolphins. It's going to make it first and goal at the 1 instead of first and goal at the 2. Miami Dolphin player is still down on the field. So again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name's Joe. If you've been here all season, I really appreciate all your support. As I show the replay of Chris Ivory just running downfield inside the 20. They're going to go commercial break with 10:27 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins tied 0-0. Buffalo has the ball first and goal inside the 10. So again, thanks for joining me. While we're at commercial break, I am going to run down the scores for you real quick. Again, there's actually more 4 o'clock games today, or 4:25 games today than there are 1 o'clock games, just due to the playoff scenarios. So going through these games, Miami-Buffalo 0-0. Buffalo's going to have the ball first and goal at the 1-yard line. Detroit-Green Bay 0-0. Detroit has the ball 11:20 to go in the first, close to midfield. Jacksonville's in the red zone against Houston. They have the ball first and goal at Houston's 9-yard line. So again, Houston needs to win and hope New England loses to get a 2 seed. If Houston loses, they're then going to be a wild card team, because the winner of tonight's game between Indy and Jacksonville then becomes division winner or go home instead, just a playoff berth go home scenario. So if Houston loses, the Indianapolis Colts Tennessee Titans game is for the division. Houston will move down to the 6th seed, and then the winner of that game tonight would be the 3 seed at that point. So gotta look for that. New York Jets have the ball against the Patriots 0-0 in that one. Carolina, New Orleans is 0-0. Dallas, New York Giants is 0-0. Atlanta, Tampa Bay 0-0. Again, all the other games are at 4:25 or tonight, the 8:20 game, the Colts versus the Titans. So yeah, we talked about a little bit about Kyle Williams earlier. Obviously, this is Kyle Williams' last start. Again, where were you when you went 13 years ago? I mean, Myth said he was 2 years old. I mean, I was just out of college 13 years ago. Wow, I'm old. No, I don't know my math. I was just out of high school 13 years ago. What year are we in? 2018? Yeah, I was just out of high school. Just out of high school, man. I think I could do that. Right, yeah. Kyle Williams was in at fullback on that drive. I missed what play that was, but I just saw that on Twitter. Do I think Ivory should have scored? It was a big play, yeah. Thanks. Do I think Ivory should have scored? No, actually, I don't. I was actually worried that he was going to worry too much about scoring. He was down to 2 due to the roughing the pass penalty. We get the ball at the 1. Chris Ivory is a strong back. He's not really a finesse type guy. So now Kyle Williams in at fullback now as the Bills got the ball first and 10. Looks like we have a T-bone type formation, and Allen just QB sneaks it in for the touchdown. No signal yet, but he was clearly in the end zone. Touchdown from bottom screen. So touchdown Buffalo. Allen with the 1-yard touchdown run puts the Buffalo Bills up 6-0 with 10:14 to go in the first quarter. So Allen with the TD gives the ball Kyle Williams as the fullback. Kyle Williams in at fullback on that play and leads the way for Buffalo for Josh Allen. Pushes Josh Allen forward to get him in, make sure he was in the end zone. That's a touchdown Buffalo with a little over 10 minutes to go in this first quarter. So again, guys, thanks for watching Unbelievers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new to the channel, guys, don't think that just because this is the last game of the year that the coverage stops. We will constantly keep you updated on all Buffalo sports, including the Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, Buffalo Bulls, both football and basketball, and any other Buffalo news that comes across our way. We will keep you posted as much as we can. On for the extra point, Steven Hauschka with 10-14 to go in the first quarter. Again, Hauschka, past couple of weeks, has been a little uncertain just due to, I think it's a lot to do with that hit he took in that Jets game just a few weeks ago. Extra point is good, and with 10-14 to go in this first quarter, the Buffalo Bills take their first drive, take it down the field, and score. Make this one 7-0 Buffalo. And Miami's going to get the ball for the first time after this commercial break. So while they're at commercial, let me see if any other teams have scored. Again, the only real playoff significance would be Jacksonville or Houston and New England. So Jacksonville still in the red zone, 3rd and goal there. New England has the ball against the Jets. Carolina did score a touchdown, make that game 6-0, extra point pending. Kyle Allen pass to the middle to DJ Moore. So it is 6-0 Carolina over the Saints. That's the only score that extra point is pending as well. But we're back from commercial here. Buffalo goes up 7-0 with 10-14 to go. About to kick off to Miami. Give Miami the ball for the first time. Good drive by the Bills there. Good job by Allen. A couple throws that you wish you had back. There was an overthrow on the first play by Allen to Foster. Wish you could have that one back. But other than that, pretty decent drive. Quick out to Zay Jones really helped out on that one. And then, of course, that play to Ivory where he kept it alive. And then Kyle Williams playing fullback, pushing in Josh Allen for the touchdown. Kickoff coming as Steven House is back to kick the ball off to the Miami Dolphins. This time the wind is with us, so it should be a touchback. No, it's going to be returned. I'm wrong again. Happens every once in a while. Returned to about the 18-yard line by number 32 Miami. That's Kenyon Drake. So he returns it to about the 18-yard line, and that's where Ryan Tannehill will start. Tannehill for the season, 65% completion percentage, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He is 0-4 in his career at Buffalo, so trying to improve on that. Didn't make a good week to do that last week of the season, traveling to Buffalo in a little bit of cold weather. So week 13 against the Buffalo Bills, he went 16 for 24, 137 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that interception. Again, not pretty numbers, but he did get the win, and that's what matters in the NFL is just getting a W. Back week 13, they had hopes of possibly being a playoff team. Now obviously eliminated at 7-8. Tannehill and shotgun to start this drive. 2 wide receivers, top of the screen. Looks like Drake is, no, that's not Drake to the left, but running back to the left. First play of the game, or first play for the Dolphins, Tannehill takes off downfield, actually running to the left, gets out of bounds after picks about 12 yards, able to withstand the initial pressure as the pocket collapsed around him. Thought Kyle Williams might get a sack there on the first play as he was able to take number 52 for Miami into the pocket, but Tannehill was able to escape away, move to the left, and then run to the left for about 12 yards on first down. Half shotgun, I'll say 3 yards back for Tannehill. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, and this time Bush is there to make the tackle in the backfield. So that was a design QB keeper, but Bush reads it, about 3-yard loss. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 for the Miami Dolphins. Again, that was a fake handoff to Drake. Looks like it was an option type play. Don't know what was going on there because both of them kind of ran up the middle, and Bush put a stop to it right there. So we got 2nd and 13, 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Buffalo up on Miami, 7-0. This is Miami's first possession of the game. Buffalo scores a touchdown in their first possession. Shotgun formation for Tannehill. 5 wide receivers set, 3 to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top, with 3 seconds left on the play clock. Need to get a snap off here soon. Gets the snap off. Pass is intercepted by Tremaine Edmunds. Edmunds is at the 30, at the 25, at the 20. Inside the 20-yard line, Tremaine Edmunds with the interception. Phenomenal rookie linebacker that we've had this year. If you talk about how good rookies have been this year, you have to start with Tremaine Edmunds for the Buffalo Bills. Has had a great year. Intercepts that one and runs it inside the 20-yard line where the Buffalo Bills offense will set up 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Looks like he got Tremaine Edmonds got his head almost taken off. So surprised it wasn't face mask. It was a great play too. One-handed. He reaches out with his one hand. I'll try to get this all on the screen. I don't know if I can. And pulls it in. So great interception by Edmonds. As on first down, we run a quick pass to Zay Jones. Zay to the outside. Gets in the end zone, right? Touchdown, Zay Jones on the first play. 17-yard pass to Zay Jones makes this one 13-0, just like that. Buffalo up 13-0 on Miami. 8:31 to go. Always good to squish the fish. Early, of course, in this one, but man, what a good start. Looked like there was a miscommunication by Allen and Zay. Zay was able to come back to the ball anyway and stretch across the pylon for the touchdown. So great start for the Buffalo Bills. Obviously a lot different than the start we had in week 13, but good job getting out to that 13-0 lead early in this one. So extra point coming here soon, but at this moment it is 13-0 Buffalo with 8:31 to go. 18-yard touchdown reception from Josh Allen to Zay Jones for the touchdown. So great start for the Bills. Not a good start for Ryan Tannehill, especially we talked about in the pregame. We talked about how they might be questioning if they're going to keep Tannehill or not. I've always liked Tannehill personally, but I always thought he was a good quarterback, just misfortune. But good start. And the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. So with 8:31 to go in the first quarter, the Buffalo Bills have a 14-0 lead on the Miami Dolphins. So should have been a hold on Kyle Williams. Yeah, probably should have been, but on that first defensive play, but works out for us. Do I think the Dolphins will keep Ryan Tannehill? I think if the Dolphins do not keep Ryan Tannehill, he will get signed somewhere else. I think you put Ryan Tannehill on the Jaguars and Tannehill stays healthy, that could be dangerous. I really do, but we'll see. Stay on the gas now. Absolutely, Dan. I completely agree with you. You need to stay on the gas. 14-0 is great, but you need to be able to keep the momentum going, right? Ryan Tannehill obviously isn't seeing things clearly yet. It had to scramble on the first down play, as Fox 87 said. Probably should have been holding on Kyle Williams there, but there wasn't. Was able to scramble for a first down, but other than that, throw over the middle of the field, went right to Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds makes a good one-hand catch for the football. And you're a Buffalo sports fan, you're late, and we're already up 14-0. This is what happens. This is why you can't be late. I think we were late for the Jets game, too, when we got up 7-0 in 2 plays. Man, you can't be late. Gotta be on time. It's all right. I'm glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. Glad you joined me. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. We're at commercial. Let me see if there's any scores. Again, the 1 o'clock games, the only playoff significance would be Houston and New England. Houston is down 3-0. However, they have the ball in the red zone. Detroit, Green Bay tied at 0. New England has gone up 7-0 on the New York Jets. A James White 17-yard pass from Tom Brady. They're up 7-0 there. Carolina up 7-0 as I talked about earlier. Dallas, New York Giants 0-0. Atlanta, Tampa Bay 0-0. Games there today. Lots of playoff significance. Talk about Cleveland, Baltimore. Again, Cleveland can finish with an above 500 record for the first time in who knows how long. Baltimore win, and they win the AFC North. And talk about Oakland, Kansas City. If they win, they clinch the number 1 overall seed. If they lose, that opens up the door for possibilities. Minnesota, Chicago, that's going to be a great game. I look forward to seeing that game. Bears win, Rams lose. Bears are then in second place in the NFC. Minnesota needs to win or hope that the Eagles lose to win that last wild card spot. So we'll see what happens there. But currently Minnesota is the 6th seed. If they win, they stay the 6th seed. Cincy, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs a lot of help, but all starts with a win. You need to win against Cincinnati. Philadelphia, Washington. Again, Philly needs to win. Hope Minnesota loses. LA, Denver. If the Chargers win and the Chiefs lose, the Chargers are then the number 1 seed. And then they're locked at the 5th seed otherwise. If they win, Chiefs win, they're still a 5th seed. So San Fran, LA. LA needs to win to keep the 2 seed. Arizona, Seattle. I think that's all locked up. But Seattle could win that one, the last home game of the year. And then Indianapolis, Tennessee is going to be the one tonight that everyone's going to be watching. I have Indianapolis winning that one. But winner goes in, loser stays home. So Buffalo kicks it off, and it's returned by Drake to about the 22-yard line before he's taken down. So that's where Miami will start the ball again, down 14-0 with 8:26 to go again. Thank you for watching Unbelievers Talk. My name is Joe. Whether you're late, whether you're early, doesn't matter. We're here for you. So if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Like this video. Let everyone know that you like this video. Share this video on social media with your Facebook and your Twitter and your whatever else you guys do. I don't know, you crazy kids. First and 10 for Miami. Tannehill back on the field. They got the ball first set at 22. Tannehill under center. Drake lone set back in the backfield. And then you have 3 wide receivers. Trip formation to the top of the screen. You do have number 80 coming in motion. Drake gets the handoff. He's man in the backfield. He's able to spin away from the backfield. Gets the ball to the 30-yard line. 8-yard gain before he's tackled by Jordan Poyer on the play. So 8 yards when Drake looked like he might have been bottled up in the backfield. Able to get away and get 8 yards on the play. They're doing a game break now to the New England game, showing James White with the touchdown from Tom Brady. So, you know, early 7-0 lead for New England there. Hate the Drake. I want Kyle to score a TD. It would be cool to see Kyle pass for a TD. You know, I've seen him run for a TD last year, week 17. Right now it's a cutback by Kenyon Drake. This time gets him to about the 40-yard line. First and 10. Luna Mark at the 39-yard line. Looks like the refs missed a hold on the play. That's what Coach McDermott is yelling about. But it's going to be first down, 7:30 to go in the first quarter. First down for the Miami Dolphins. Going over the offensive line, got Tunsil, Larson, Swanson. That's why I stopped reading. Drake, Gesicki, Parker. They're listed as 17 plus 11 equals. Oh, you guys, Seinfeld references. Seinfeld. Tail and shotgun through our receivers top of the screen, one to the bottom. Looks like he has either, bad snap, almost fumbled by Tannehill. He's able to get a hold of it and passes it to number 38 of Miami, and he gets about 8 yards before he's hit out of bounds by Bush. So good job by Tannehill to hold on to that ball. $6:50 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo up 14-0. If you're just joining me, guys, Buffalo takes their opening possession, drives downfield, scores a touchdown, and an Allen 1-yard touchdown run with Kyle Williams pushing him in at fullback position. Again, Kyle Williams' last game of his career. Right at second and one is stopped in the backfield. This is Delage Williams with a huge tackle there for a loss. So Kyle Williams gets a tackle for a loss. Man, we're going to miss him. 3rd and 4. We're going to miss him. Great job by Kyle Williams getting on the inside. Beats his blocker, number 77, and is just able to knock him back in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. 3rd and 4 for the Miami Dolphins. Tannehill under center. Nope, Tannehill in shotgun. We'll run back to his right, fullback to his left. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. They run a quick screen play to number 32. Williams misses the tackle, and Drake steps out of bounds after gaining enough for the first down. Williams was trying to get there in coverage, just was unable to. Drake is a little bit faster than Kyle Williams, believe it or not. Textbook penetration, absolutely. Do I have Sunday ticket? Yes, I do. I have Sunday ticket, so I'll be watching a lot of the 4 o'clock games, going back and forth probably between games as well. Just to keep updated, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the playoffs. Again, guys, if you haven't heard, follow me on Twitter. I will be doing polls to see what game you guys want me to do going into the playoffs, live play-by-play reaction. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, you don't get a say in what I do. But if you do, you get a vote. Tannehill under center, fake handoff, throwing it downfield, lobs the ball over the head of number 10. That's Kenny Stills. Completely overthrows him. So I'm not sure what he's seeing on the field there. Not a great start for Tannehill in this one, as they go over some of the Kyle Williams stats. 5th round pick, 134th overall in 2006, 605 tackles, 48.5 sacks, both 5th in franchise history. 5-time Pro Bowler. Guys, I went over all this in my special for Kyle Williams. I have a video for him, so go check that out if you haven't already. Just kind of like a tribute to him. As we have a 2nd and 10, Tannehill under center, 1 step back. He gets the ball. Is that Drake? Nope, that's Ballage with the carry. Gets about 2 yards before he's tackled by Levi Wallace. Good to see Levi Wallace back in this game. Levi Wallace ranked by Pro Football Focus as I think the 2nd or 3rd best rookie corner so far this season. So that's cool to see. Only behind Denzel Ward, who was, the 6th overall pick, I believe, in the draft. So great job by Levi Wallace. Would love to see continued growth from him. 3rd and 9, 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Buffalo already up 14-0. Neither team has failed to convert a third down conversion at this time. Taylor shotgun rolls to his right. And it's intercepted again, this time by Tre'Davious White. Gets both feet in bounds. That's the second Tannehill interception of the day. Tre'Davious White is saying, hey guys, come down to the end zone. Let's enjoy this one with our fans, the great fans who have been there in Buffalo. Welcome to Bills Mafia. Great job. So second interception, 2 drives for the Dolphins, 2 interceptions. If you're a Tannehill fan, then it's not, or a Dolphins fan, it does not look good if Tannehill's looking to stay for another year or so. As I look at the crowd, I do see a lot of Dolphins fans there. A lot of times Dolphins fans do travel well when it comes to Buffalo Bills games. But Tre'Davious White gets the interception, so it's going to be first down Buffalo. Bring Josh Allen back onto the field. Already up 14-0 in this game. We're at commercial break, so I'll go over some other scores for you. Again, not too much as far as playoff implications in the 1 o'clock hour, but we'll go over these scores here real quick. Buffalo up 14-0, 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Detroit is up 6-0, just getting a touchdown. Matthew Stafford to TJ Jones for 4 yards, up 6-0, extra point pending there. Houston gets a field goal to tie that game up at 3. Again, Houston needs to win in order to clinch that division without having to rely on a tie tonight. So if Houston wins, they clinch the AFC South. If they lose, that game tonight is winner take all. But if they lose, Houston still has a playoff spot. They're still the 5 seed. So, 6 seed. I'm sorry, the 6 seed. So you know, they are playing for a little bit, but they're still in the playoffs either way. New England still up 7-0 on the Jets. Jets do the ball in New England territory. Carolina still up 7-0 on New Orleans. Dallas and the New York Giants still tied 0-0, and Tampa has a 7-0 lead over Atlanta. A Mike Evans 19-yard touchdown pass from Jameis Winston, so that one is 7-0 in that one. But man, if you're a Bills fan, what a great start for the Buffalo Bills. You had the touchdown on the opening drive. Miami's opening drive ends with the Tremaine Edmonds interception. First play after the interception, you have a 19-yard touchdown pass to Zay Jones, and then now we have a Trey White interception close to midfield. Going to be first down for the Buffalo Bills. Finally, these turnovers coming our way remind me a little bit of last season when we got all those turnovers. Josh Allen looking good. He's not looking bad. I went to see KC versus Houston for AFC Championship game. Again, in the preseason, I picked Houston versus Minnesota in the Super Bowl. It doesn't look like they're gonna have that, but there's plenty of people who predicted Jacksonville to be in the Super Bowl, so they have no chance. So I'll stick with it as long as I can. As soon as the playoffs are announced, as soon as we know everything, so probably tomorrow, sometime this week, I will do a playoff prediction video saying who. Obviously, I'm gonna stick with my overall pick, guys. So I'm gonna go back to my preseason pick, say Houston loses to Minnesota in the Super Bowl, but I'll do more of a realistic, this is what I see happening in the playoffs, and see what might happen. No Pats versus Rams. Well, we'll see, Lamar. We'll see. Everyone's counting the Patriots, and I just don't know why. So Allen Anderson on this first down. Going to throw it on first down. Throws it, and it's completed to Zay Jones. So good to see that connection getting a little heated up here in this cold Buffalo weather. Get a little heated up between that Zay Jones and Josh Allen connection. Love to see that happening. As I want to see Zay Jones last a little bit, right? You want to see Zay Jones in the future. Again, all those catches in East Carolina weren't fake. You know what I mean? You can't teach someone how to catch the ball. Once you know how to catch the ball, you know how to catch the ball. So hopefully that's something that we can work on through this offseason, and that will get better. So 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line. Allen trips down, but he gets back up, and he's not touched, so he's going to run for a first down. Runs inside Miami territory to the 45-yard line. So Allen trips on the play. Again, it's been snowing in Buffalo, a little cold. Don't know how well the turf is. Trips on the play. No Miami Dolphins player there to touch him. He goes down, gets back up, and he's able to get the first down and get inside Miami Dolphins territory. Everything seeming to go the Bills' way early in this one. Already up 14-0. 1st and 10 Buffalo at the 45-yard line, moving the ball in Miami territory. Buffalo has 29 rushing yards already today. And again, we haven't been able to move the ball much because we haven't had to, other than that first drive. Short fields on the last drive, and then a short field here. Allen in shotgun formation. 5 wide receivers set, 3 at the top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. This one is completed. This one is Jason Kroom for about 6 yards. Miami tried to keep him up and go for the ball because, well, Jason Kroom's had problems holding on ball this season. So smart play by Dolphins defenders there. But we're going to have a 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard pickup. Allen's zinging it in there into tight coverage. So good job by Allen on that one. They're going over the 2018 first-round quarterbacks. Allen has 10 starts, 1,850 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Not the greatest stats, but then you look at his rushing numbers, that makes up for it. Offside I formation run by Chris Ivory. Gets the first down, gets about 9 yards on the play. So it's going to be 1st and 10, 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo up on Miami 14-0. Guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. Bills are going to get A.J. Brown in first round and that Hollywood Brown at wide receiver for the first 2 rounds. I would rather see him go offensive line somewhere in there, but there are a lot of good offensive linemen available in free agency. So if we want free agency offensive line, jacked up our O-line through free agency, and then picked up wide receiver in the draft, that's fine. Quick out to Foster. He did one of those motion plays where as he's coming in motion, there's the snap, and it's a quick pitch to him. It counts as a completion, but he gets about 3 yards on the play. So Miami read out pretty good. Almost had him in the backfield, but his speed was able to get him a couple yards on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. They actually gave him 4 on the play. The Jets did score a field goal, so that game is 7-3. So 14-0 Buffalo, minute 25 to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 6 for the Buffalo Bills in Miami territory. Robert Foster they're going Robert Foster stats compared to his stats at Alabama. Already doing better than he did in Alabama. But Buffalo Bills inside the 30-yard line. Single step back is Chris Ivory. He gets the ball on a stretch play to the right, and it's tackled for a loss of about 2 on the play. So it's going to be about 3rd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills here with a minute to go in the first quarter. Emmanuel Sanders, well, he'd help stretch the field. I don't know if we need Emmanuel Sanders. I think Robert Foster is our Emmanuel Sanders. Right now, I think, and to be honest, I think we only need 2 receivers, and one of them is our number 4 receiver. Like we need a good route runner, a good ball control type wide receiver. Then number 2 would be Foster. Number 3 would be Zay Jones. Then we just need that good 4th receiver option. Screen pass to McCoy to the left. McCoy does a little dance around, gets away from some of the tackles, gets the first down. McCoy, you see him dancing a little bit like he used to, keeping his feet alive. That's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Buffalo has a first down, 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills as they are now inside the 20-yard line, it looks like. They're going to try to line up for a play real quick with 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3. I don't think they're going to do it. They're at the 21-yard line, actually. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So they're unable to get a playoff there. And the first quarter, the Buffalo Bills up 14-0 on the Miami Dolphins. And Buffalo has the ball 1st and 10 in Miami territory at the 21-yard line. Dable's really pumping up McCoy right now. I don't know what happened there, but great start for the Buffalo Bills. Great opening quarter. Again, if you're new to this channel, guys, thank you for joining me. My name is Joe. If you are new, don't think that because this is the last game of the season that we will not continue to keep you updated on Buffalo Bills news. Have my Sabres hat on. We will keep you updated on Buffalo Sabres. All Buffalo sports, whether it be the Buffalo Bulls basketball, who's ranked for the first time in school history. Buffalo Bulls football just finished the bowl game, but a lot of things happening for the Buffalo Bulls, including their quarterback possibly transferring and their top wide receiver coming into the NFL. We'll keep you updated on transfers. We'll keep you updated on players that they might get. Also, keep you updated on the Buffalo Bills basketball team. Again, ranked for first time in school history. We all remember last year what happened in March when they beat Arizona. They almost beat Kentucky. They played Kentucky really well. So I'll keep you updated on those games. Keep you updated on the Buffalo Sabres. Just lost yesterday to the Bruins in overtime. Broke my heart, but I'll keep you updated on those things. Keep you updated on all Buffalo Bills transactions. Guys, free agency. You're talking trades. You're talking drafts. We all know what happened last year during the offseason. It was crazy. Steve and I were on here. It felt like every hour giving you guys updates, which we're happy to do. But it just seemed like that's the way they were coming out sometimes. So we'll keep you updated on everything happening Buffalo sports. So subscribe to this channel. You won't be disappointed. But going into the second quarter, the Buffalo Bills have the ball 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line of Miami. Already up 14-0. So going over some scores from today's 1 o'clock games. Again, guys, not too many 1 o'clock games. A lot of these games going pushed to 4:25 due to their playoff implications. It looks like Allen's team right now. Yeah, you're absolutely right. it does look like Allen's team right now. Young team, as Lamar Jackson is saying. We do need a young running back. I actually saw, I tweeted about this. And again, guys, follow me on Twitter as well, because I will be doing polls on what kind of games you guys want me to do and some streams in the future. So you want to be following me on Twitter so you can have a say in those polls. The URL or whatever is in the description if you want to go there. But we'll come back from commercial break, so I'll keep you updated on scores next commercial. So I'm sorry I missed that, but how sweet it is. Yeah, listen, if Josh Allen can be the quarterback of the future, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think Sam Darnold's looked good too, so I think that's going to bring a great rivalry in the next 4 or 5 years between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills for supremacy. So first 10 to 21-yard line, offside I formation to the right. 2 wide receivers, one to the top, one to the bottom. Run is to McCoy. McCoy picks up a yard before he's tackled by number 52 of Miami. That's McMillan. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 yard line. But going to the running back situation, you're talking about Love for Stanford. Actually, the good thing about Love, I think he's better than I don't know. All right, stream resumed, guys. I don't know why that happens from time to time. It's crazy. But it's quick. So, man, the thing about Love that I like, that might not be good for him overall, but his draft stock has actually went down this season. So maybe he'll be available in the 2nd or 3rd round. Fake handoff by Allen. Allen dips the screen off to Clay. Clay gets about 8 yards before he's taken out of bounds. There's a flag on the play coming in from the back judge. So we'll see what happens there. Looks like there's a flag down. Clay was able to take the screen for about 9 yards. That's actually the first time this season I've seen that play. Yeah, 3rd round. Which might be good, but I was watching the Wisconsin game. Illegal block on the back on Buffalo. So there goes the first down. That's one thing that we really need to work on this offseason is the penalties. Last week we did much better. I think we only had 4 or 5 penalties. So we've done better recently. Number 78, Mills. Has a block in the back there. I think it's a good call, actually. So it's going to be, instead of a first down now, it's going to be about 2nd and 19. Yeah, 2nd and 19 for the Buffalo Bills. Allen shotgun, 5 wide receiver set. I'll get back to that running back thought in a second. But yeah, give me 1 second. Shotgun formation, Allen takes the snap, through our receiver's top of the screen to the bottom. Tries to set up a screen to McCoy, floats it up in the air to McCoy. McCoy unable to hold on, and it actually might have been better that he didn't hang on to it as he's getting hit as he's trying to catch the ball. So incomplete pass there to McCoy. So going back to the running back thought, I was watching the Wisconsin game. I think it was Wisconsin-Miami, right? And that running back for Wisconsin, can't think of his name off the top of my head. I'll look it up here real quick. He's coming out next season, so I wonder if it would be worth it to not pick up a running back this year and pick this guy up next year. He's a good kid. Jonathan Taylor played really well in the bowl game. Allen shotgun, 4 wide receivers. McCoy to his right. And Allen's going to take off. Gets inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line before he's taken down. So well short of a first down. But it's going to set up a field goal for the Buffalo Bills. 13:30 to go in the 2nd quarter. Buffalo up 14-0 on the Miami Dolphins. So far a good game for the Buffalo Bills. Want to continue to see this happen. Continue to see them move the ball downfield. Continue to force turnovers. That's kind of been the motto all season, right? And unable to happen until this game. Stephen House got for a field goal. He's 22 for 27 this year on field goals. Started off much better than that, but again, since a few weeks ago against the Jets, just seems like he's been a little off. Probably since we actually got the new punter in, too. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Right down the middle. But short. Man! He's short again. I apologize. It was right down the middle, but it was short. That's the second time he's been short, and it was a really short field goal attempt. It was not that long. So unable to get points there on the board. That was a 41-yard field goal. 41-yard field goal. Sure, I'm sure the wind. Yeah, House gets hurt. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that he's hurt. How about L.J. Scott? I don't know too much about L.J. Scott. I'll go look him up real quick. while you guys are on the phone, or on the phone, Michigan State running back. Yeah, I don't know too much about Michigan State this year. So let's check out some stats of his. Guys, I'll be breaking down every single position in the draft, including best players that I think are going to be available. So you do also want to be on here for that if you haven't already subscribed. I did say I'd go through scores next commercial break. So here we are at commercial break. Can't believe Hauschka just missed a 41-yarder. So a little upset about that. But again, I do believe Hauschka is hurt, and that has a lot to do with his accuracy and his strength in these kicks. So 12:57 to go in the second quarter. Buffalo up on Miami 14-0. Just missed a field goal. Detroit is up 7-0 on Green Bay after a touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford to T.J. Jones. It's Houston 3, Jacksonville 3. Start of the second quarter. Houston has the ball in the red zone. In fact, Houston just scored. Watson with a pass to Alfred Blue for 5 yards and the touchdown. So it's going to be 9-3. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Deshaun Watson with a rush to the right for 5 yards. Makes that one 9-3, extra point pending. New England is now up 13-3 as Tom Brady just threw a pass to Rex Burkhead for an 18-yard touchdown. So that game's 13-3 now, extra point pending. Carolina scored another touchdown, missed extra point. Cameron Artis-Payne with a 15-yard touchdown. Makes that one 13-0. Again, extra point was missed. Dallas New York Giants still 0-0, and Tampa is still up on Atlanta 7-0. So those are the scores from around the NFL. Currently, again, most of these games are now 4 o'clock games due to the playoff implications. Love and LJ Scott are the best 2 running backs this year. Yeah, and again, we can get them later now, right? We can get them 3rd, 4th round. Running backs are one of those positions that you can get later in the draft, unless it's a special talent like Saquon Barkley is for the Giants. Dallas ball 1st and 10. Back from commercial break. Drake alone in the backfield. You got two wide receivers to the top of the screen. One coming in motion as we speak. Fake handoff. Going to set up a screen to Drake. Drake has blockers in front. Is able to get the first down. Edmonds with the tackle at about the 41-yard line. So it's going to be first down Miami on a screen pass to Drake. Try to get Tannehill's confidence up a little bit after he's been shaky to start this game. 2 interceptions already, one by Edmonds, one by Tre'Davious White. So, try to get his confidence going a little bit. I really want to go offensive line the first couple rounds of the draft. Again, unless we address that need in the free agency. But Taylor under center, throws the ball. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. Tipped maybe by Shaq Lawson. No, that would have been Jerry Hughes' side, right? Excuse me. All right, so they're showing the highlight of Tom Brady to Burkhead, making that game 14-3. Again, New England clinches a first-round bye with the win. So, Taylor under center, 2nd and 10, 12:16 to go in the first half. Drake, the lone set back, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Looks like there was some sort of movement on the line prior to the play. However, there's no flag down. So, interesting that happened. It's going to be 3rd down. Good tackle by Edmonds in the backfield. Bring up 3rd and 10. However, it definitely looks like there was movement on that play prior to the snap. On the left-hand side. I wasn't sure who moved first, whether it was Miami or Buffalo. Maybe they just offset it and said play anyway. I don't know, but it definitely looked like there was movement on that side first. But anyway, doesn't matter now. So it's 3rd and 10. The Jets game might be what the Patriots need to have. Maybe. Get that confidence up in New England. Again, I don't know why people are counting out New England. I wish that they could be counted out, but you can never count them out. Shotgun formation for Tannehill. Run back to his left. 3 wide receivers behind the screen. Buffalo gets pressure up the middle and gets the sack. That is Shaq Lawson with the sack. So again, Shaq Lawson has just been steadily getting better for the Buffalo Bills. Great season for Shaq Lawson this year. Really look forward to see his production next season. Again, we have to decide if we want to sign him to that 5th-year option this year, but we do have him for next year at least. He was a first-round pick, so we do have an option for the 5th year if we would like it. It'll be an interesting discussion that we might have later. But Shaq Lawson with the sack, and we got 4th and 20, so Miami will be forced to punt the ball away. Punt is away. Short punt. What is that? I don't know what McKenzie did there, but he's able to hold on to the ball. 36-yard punt. Not the smartest play by McKenzie, but he was able to hold on to the ball. So the ball bounced high in the air, and McKenzie was looking up. He had 4 Dolphins players around him. He's looking up, and he jumps up and grabs it. The moment he grabs it, as it should happen, he gets smashed by all 4 of them. Luckily, he holds on to the ball. I understand you're worried about the ball bouncing and not getting good field position, but at the same time, I'd rather have bad field position than give them the ball in what would be good field position for them. So going commercial break, Buffalo still up 14-0 after a sack by Shaq Lawson. Try to say that a few times fast. I don't know. So anyway, Buffalo up 14-0. But yeah, I do plan on giving you a breakdown of every single position and telling you guys which position I think is position need for Buffalo. You know, I mean, obviously we're going to talk about wide receivers a lot. We're going to talk about offensive linemen a lot. We're going to talk about running backs. We're going to talk about maybe another cornerback, obviously another young defensive tackle, maybe later in the draft again, maybe make a 3rd-round pick or something of that nature. But we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, it's 14-0 here. Again, thank you for watching Unbelievers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. There's going to be constant content coming from this channel, even though the off season is just a few hours away if you're a Bills fan. Sad to see, but I will be back in the next couple weeks giving you live play-by-play reaction of the playoff game of your choosing. So follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting a poll on Twitter probably starting tomorrow, and I'll need to know by Friday so I can get ready, block my schedule, and we'll see what we can do as far as give you reaction and play-by-play of those games. If there's a game I can't do, I just won't add on the poll. So, you know, we'll do it that way. And then just select the game you want me to do, and we'll do it. I hope you guys can join me for that. We have a lot of fun doing these things. Yeah, you're right, Anthony. McKenzie should not fail that punt. I mean, worst case scenario, you get bad field position again. First of all, I think I got hit in the head like 3 times on that one. So, and I'm not saying that should be on a flag at all. I'm saying you need to protect your health, and you need to protect the ball and not turn it over. And that's all you're doing in that situation is possibly creating a turnover. So he shouldn't feel that ball. You're absolutely right. But Buffalo up 14-0. He was able to hold onto the ball. So Allen will come back in to lead this offense, hopefully to a touchdown. Because obviously we can't kick a field goal anymore. And again, I'm not mad at Hauschka for that. I do believe that Hauschka's hurt, as we talked about. Look forward to this offseason, him getting healthier. I don't expect any changes in the special teams as far as kicking goes. Now, punting might be another story. When Jorges gets back, I wonder what's going to happen with him, whether we'll re-sign him and keep him or what's going to happen. I formation, 2 wide receivers behind the screen on this first down play from the 26-yard line. 10:41 to go in the half. Buffalo up 14-0. McCoy gets the ball, gets about a 3-yard loss as it's a stretch play to the right. They are talking about how bad of a season McCoy's had. He only has, coming into this game, he only has 488 rushing yards this season, only 2 touchdowns. Both are career lows for him, so would love to see that improve going into next season. I do think we'll keep him going into next season, but his role might be a little changed, and we might have a younger back to keep him fresh. And currently 5 rushes for 11 yards. Offside formation to the left. Allen under center. Another run to McCoy. This time he gets up the middle to the 30, to about the 31-yard line before he's tackled. So it's going to bring up about 3rd and 3 for the Buffalo Bills. So good gain, about 8 on the play. Deshaun Watson touchdown to put the Houston Texans up 10-3 over Jacksonville. Again, Houston wins. They clinch the division, the AFC South. Houston win and New England lost, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. And they will be the 2nd overall seed. So Allen is shotgun on this 3rd and 4 for the Buffalo Bills. 3 wide receivers top of the screen, one of which is Charles Clay. Foster alone on the bottom of the screen. McCoy goes out for a pass. Allen, trying to get away from a sack, is unable to do so. Flips the ball out. Don't know where. That was 2. Call intentional ground on that one. I don't disagree with it. I think Allen should have just held on to that one. Uzi T, welcome to Believers Talk. Glad you could join me. Always glad to see you in on this last Buffalo Bills game of the regular season. Again, guys, I will be doing this again next year. So if you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see that. And we will keep you updated on other Buffalo sports throughout this offseason and the Bills games too. So yeah, Allen's he's in the dirt and he just turns around and tries to fling it where he last saw McCoy, but McCoy had taken off upfield. So they're going to call intentional grounding. Should never have thrown that ball. All that can happen there is an interception. So it's 4th and 16. Dar back to punt. Yeah, exactly, Dan. No one to say next play. Just take the sack, lose possession of the ball, punt it away. I mean, if that's a turnover there, you're talking about complete momentum shift. As this game is kind of swinging that way already, as on the last 2 possessions, Miami's defense has done a good job. But the last thing you want is for it to change quickly. You know, this game can still change back momentum-wise. Make Tannehill beat you. Tannehill's thrown 2 interceptions already in this game. Hasn't looked that good. Make Tannehill beat you at this point. You're already up 14-0, 9:13 to go in the first half. Miami does get the ball to start the second half, but you know there are some things that will go. All right, so they didn't know how to enforce a penalty because it's only week 17, guys. But as an official myself, I always think it's better to call everyone in if you're not sure about something and double check. So it didn't take too long. I'm glad he explained what happened, even though now everyone's going to make fun of him, so I feel bad for that. But Dar in the punt. Gets the kick away. It's going to be a short kick. Amendola back to return the kick. Gets it inside Buffalo territory to about the 47-yard line. So Miami's going to have good field position to start this one. 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first half. Buffalo up 14-0. Miami's going to get the ball 1st and 10, already in Buffalo field position. Aaron Rodgers is in concussion protocol. Sorry to hear that. Am I buffering? Is anyone else having problems with me buffering? I apologize. I will try to do better. I'll try to make sure that this is not buffering. But according to this, my connection is still good. But I know I've had issues with that in the past, so let me know if that keeps happening. Meanwhile, we're at commercial break. I will give you a rundown of all the scores around the league at these 1 o'clock games. Detroit is up 14-0 now on Green Bay. TJ Jones with the first touchdown. Levine Tuololu with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Matt Prater. So I'm not sure if it was a fake punt or a fake field goal maybe. Maybe a fake field goal. Buff Joe. Hey, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, maybe it was a fake field goal attempt and touchdown pass from Matt Prater to Levine Tuololu to make that 14-0 Detroit over Green Bay. Houston's up 10-3 over Jacksonville. New England's now up 21-3 over the Jets. Yeah, New England's just going to run away with this game. A Philip Dorsett 9-yard touchdown pass from Tom Brady. Tom Brady already on the day. Kicking butt and taking names, basically. But 14 for 19, 140 yards, 3 touchdowns. So not bad for Tom Brady. Carolina's up 13-0 on New Orleans. Dallas has taken a 7-0 lead on a Blake Jarwin 13-yard TD pass from Dak Prescott. So Dak did get the start in this one. He's 8 for 16 currently with that 1 touchdown. So 7-0 Dallas over the Giants. And then Tampa Bay is now up 10-0 over Atlanta. Atlanta unable to move the ball on offense. Mike Evans with a touchdown that one, and Santos then with a field goal. So 10-0 there. We are currently at 14-0 Buffalo. Miami just got the ball back off a punt, and they have the ball already in Buffalo field position. So good starting territory for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill has not looked that great in this game. Is it snowing in Buffalo? Not at the Bills game. It's not. Not currently, at least. There, it's a really fine snow. I don't see it snowing. But welcome to Believers Talk, Ernie Sub. Glad that you're here. Again, Miami might be tanking after they found out they weren't going to make the playoffs. You know, you have questions at quarterback with Ryan Tannehill. He hasn't looked good in this game. If this is like his make-or-break-it game, obviously not the way you want to start that one. Throwing 2 interceptions already. One to Tremaine Edmonds, which I'm not sure who he was throwing to in that one. And then Tre'Davious White does make a decent play. The ball's thrown a little behind the wide receiver on an out route, and Tre'Davious White is able to get the interception there. But Tannehill starts this possession in shotgun, 5 wide receivers set, 9:03 to go in the first half. Buffalo up 14-0. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 3 to the top of the screen. Buffalo sending 4. Tannehill has a good pocket to throw in, throws the ball, and it is completed for a first down to Kenny Stills. Looks like it's completed at the 37-yard line, so it's going to be good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Miami, 8:50 to go in the first quarter. But again, yeah, I mean, people are talking about possibly Adam Gase not having a job after this year. Ryan Tannehill not having a job after this year. It's going to be interesting what happens in Miami. Miami has a lot of question marks going into the offseason where, Buffalo looks like they're trending in the right direction. With a young quarterback, need to get some more weapons around him, but other than that, looking pretty good. They actually marked about the 36-yard line, so 1st and 10, I formation for the Dolphins. Looks like not Drake. Number 27 for Miami gets the ball. I know that's not Drake. Drake's 32. But running back gets the ball, gets about 3 yards on the play, make it 2nd and 7. They rule 2nd and 8, so 2 yards on the play. It did snow a little bit in Buffalo. Yeah, we had some flakes here where I'm at, but not too many. You guys get a lot more flakes than I do down this way. So 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, 14-0. Tannehill in semi-shotgun formation with the running back behind him. One wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. Looks like a tight end to the one wide receiver to the top of the screen. Tight end to the bottom. Edmonds comes in and makes a great tackle on the play. Edmonds having a good game so far. 2 tackles for a loss and the interception already in this one. 7:35 to go in the second quarter. 14-0. Miami has a 3rd and 8 here from about the 36-yard line. So 3rd and 8 for the Miami Dolphins. It snowed in the morning, just dusting. Well, if you look at the sides, it looks like it snowed more than that this past week. It looks like they've cleared out some snow, but yeah, it's not snowing there now. 3rd and 8 for Miami. 7:15 to go, down 14-0 from the 35-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Drake is back there. Looks like a blitz is coming from the outside, and Jerry Hughes with the sack on Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is still down. Not sure. Tannehill did not see Jerry Hughes coming. The offensive line is able to help Tannehill to his feet, but Jerry Hughes with a huge sack there pretty much takes him out of any field goal position they might have had as Tannehill goes down at the 43-yard line. Hughes able to beat number 83, their tight end, pretty easily on the right side and able to get him down. Hughes with a good season for most of the season. The last couple weeks has been quiet, but that's another sack on Ryan Tannehill. That's the 2nd sack of the game. Again, we needed to get Tannehill a punt. For this one, fair catch called for by McKenzie, makes it at the 11-yard line, and that's where that's Hyde with fair catch at the 11, and that's where we'll start with the ball. Maybe McKenzie's in concussion protocol after he took that hit on the last play when he shouldn't have fielded that punt. So 2nd sack on the day for the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo up 14-0, and they have the ball now 1st and 10, starting with the ball at the 11-yard line. Let's see if Josh Allen can get this offensive flow going again. After we score on our first drive, a nice drive, about 68-yard drive, then we get the interception by Tremaine Edmonds, score on the first play to make it 14-0. We really haven't been able to do much since then. This is our 3rd drive since then. Would love to see us be able to move the ball a little bit better on this drive. Because Brian Daboll has been in the news a lot, whether he'll keep his offensive coordinator job or not as well. So you do have to wonder if his job's on the line. And so this is a good week to kind of prove what you can do with more time. Again, I've been an advocate of giving him more time. The past couple weeks, though, it's been tough to argue for him. So we'll see what happens. But we'll go to these scores from around the league. Again, New England cruising in their game right now. Houston, last we saw, was winning. So let's go back to these games. Again, thank you for joining me. I believe it's Talk. My name is Joe. If this is your first time, subscribe. We will keep posting on all Buffalo sports throughout the offseason. So I do look forward to giving you updates on that. We'll keep you updated on trades. We'll keep you updated on draft news. All that kind of information as far as the Buffalo Bills are concerned. Keep up down the Sabres, who are fighting for a playoff spot. We had a good win streak early in the season. Thought maybe we had we have a better team, and it's fun to watch a competitive team play finally. And then we'll keep you updated on the Buffalo Bulls basketball as well. March Madness looks like they'll have a seed in there, so we'll keep you updated there as well. So, but anyway, 6:24 to go in the first half. Buffalo has the ball 1st and 10 at the 11, already up 14-0. Look at Detroit. Detroit's up 14-0. Looks like Aaron Rodgers was taken out of that game. Houston's up 10-3 on Jacksonville. New England's up 21-3 on the New York Jets. Carolina's still up 13-0 on New Orleans. Dallas up 7-0 on the Giants, and Tampa Bay still up 10-0 on the who's Tampa Bay even playing? Atlanta Falcons. So those are the scores around the league. Again, a lot of these games switch to 4 o'clock, and then of course you have the 8 o'clock game between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Winner is a wild card spot. Loser out of the playoffs. And then a season where a lot of ties looked like they were going to happen We've had what 2 or 3 ties already this season. You know, a lot more ties could have happened if teams didn't go for the win instead of the loss or instead of the tie. And where teams have scored late in overtime, like Cleveland did against Baltimore, Tennessee did against Philadelphia, things like that. But it could be a tie, and if they tie and Pittsburgh wins, Pittsburgh's in. So first down, offside I formation, run with Chris Ivory. He gets nowhere. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line, 6:15 to go in the first half. Again, would love to see this offense move the ball a little bit. Don't want to keep playing this field possession battle, even though currently, you know, we're holding our own both on defense and offense. You know, you just don't want a turnover to change the momentum completely in this game. You know, right now, turnover, we're putting them inside the red zone. We don't want to see that. 120 yards total so far for Josh Allen. 100 passing yards, 20 running the ball. I formation for the Buffalo Bills, 2 wide receivers. Ivory gets the ball again on this 2nd down. He gets about 3 yards before he's taken down close to the 15-yard line. Picked up an inch or so, says Fox 87. So I know he's a lot closer to the stadium than I am, so he'd be able to let you know. 3rd and 6 for the Buffalo Bills. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Again, would love to see a first down or 2 here, even if we don't score on this drive. Miami does start with the ball to start the second half, so love to move the ball a little bit. Maybe not give them a good chance to score before the end of the first half. Buffalo has pretty much controlled the first half with the turnovers, the score, obviously. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top. Allen has the pocket, throws it. It's completed to McLeod, who gets it to the 20-yard line. So it's going to be short. So it's going to be a 4th and about 2, 4th and 1. If you're McLeod on that route, you need to know where the sticks are. And we haven't seen McLeod much this season, of course, but you need to know. Yeah, there are piles on the sideline. But you need to know where the sticks are. So that's a little disappointing there. If you're Josh Allen, if you're Ray McLeod, you need to know where those sticks are to get that first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Buffalo Bills. 4.5 to go in the first half. Dar back to punt again. Another short punt by Dar, fielded by Amendola. Good coverage downfield by number 29 of the Buffalo Bills. Makes a tackle right as soon as Amendola catches the ball. So they are going to start the ball 1st and 10 in Miami territory, but they're about the 48-yard line. They're showing the New England the touchdown. What's the point in what? The completion, Dan? I'm not sure. What's the point? Yeah, Dawn, no, I agree with you. Welcome to Believe Talk again. If you're new, my name is Joe. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, I think 1 or 2 mature veteran players would definitely help this offense out a lot. Even if it's offensive linemen, just someone in there to know how an offense is supposed to run. So Tannehill under center. They started the ball 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Handoff on 1st down goes to Drake. Looks like there's a fumble. There is a fumble. So will this be Buffalo's 3rd turnover? Who has the ball? Who has the ball? Who has the ball? They're not even pointing at this point. 2nd down. They're saying 2nd down. Miami ball. Wow. Myth, I'm glad your phone didn't die, man. Glad you're still here. Glad you're still here. Just not much to say right now for the Buffalo Bills after a hot start. Not much going on. Defense holding their own. This is 2nd and 7. Tannehill in a shotgun. 3 wide receivers behind the screen. Drake with him in the backfield. Pass to Stills. Looks like Stills is going to be short of the first down. Going to be 3rd and 1. Let me guess, you have an iPhone. I do not. But I do have my phone charging while I'm here. I have my phone on the computer on charging, so just in case. You never know. You want your phone fully charged as much as possible. So 3:25 to go in the first half. Buffalo up 14-0 on Miami. Looks like they're on Wildcat formation here on this 3rd and 1. Burrows gets his way inside the 40-yard line to about 38. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to go. Oh, Balaj. I'm sorry. Balaj with the carry. Not a lot of yards in this game by either team right now. 2:45 to go. First half, 14-0 Buffalo. Tannehill under center. Hands the ball off to Ballage again. Gets inside 35 for about 7 yards. At the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Looks like they're going to run one more play before a 2-minute warning, possibly. Well. 19th against the run this year. That's terrible. Considering how good our secondary is, that's terrible. Tannehill under center, 2 wide receivers in the tight end, top of the screen, 1 wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. Get to the 2-minute warning. So they're not going to run another play. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Buffalo up on Miami, 14-0. Again, you just heard 19th against the run this year. Not that great. But thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new, you want to hit that subscribe button. We've had a great season. I've really appreciated, all the support that I've had this year, and I hope that continues throughout the offseason and going into the next season. We'll go through some scores real quick from other games around the league. Got Miami trailing Buffalo 14-0, 2 minutes to go there. Detroit's up 14-0 with 2:20 to go in the first half, and they have the ball in the red zone, so looks like Detroit's winning pretty handily there. Houston's still up 10-3 on Jacksonville, 5.5 to go in the first half. Houston has the ball in Jacksonville territory. New England's up 21-3 still on the Jets. New England just got the ball back. Carolina's still up 13-0 on New Orleans. Carolina has the ball in the red zone. 3rd and 10 for them at New Orleans' 17-yard line. Dallas is now up 14-0 on the New York Giants after a Blake Jarwin 19-yard touchdown pass from Dak Prescott. So Dak still in the game. Maybe they'll bench him in the second half, but 12 for 21 for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns currently in this one. And then also we got Atlanta still trailing Tampa Bay 10-0 there with 2 minutes to go in the first half. So those are the scores from around the league. Going to those 4 o'clock games, again, these are the games that every single one of these 4 o'clock games, I'm about to mention, have some sort of playoff implications. Got Cleveland, Baltimore. Baltimore needs to win the AFC North. Oakland, Kansas City. Kansas City wins. They win the AFC North. Chicago, Minnesota. Lots of playoff implications in that one. Chicago win plus the St. Louis loss. Plus the Los Angeles Rams loss. St. Louis doesn't have a team. So, but Chicago wins plus the LA Rams loss means they win the 2nd seed, which would include a bye. Okay, interesting. They're showing a touchdown on the screen. I don't know. But anyway, so Minnesota needs to win to clinch a playoff spot. If they lose and the Eagles win, then the Eagles are in the playoffs and Minnesota's not in the playoffs. So some playoff implications there. Cincy at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs to win and have Baltimore lose to win the NFC or the AFC North. If Pittsburgh wins and the Indy-Tennessee game ends in a tie, Pittsburgh's then the 6th seed in the playoffs. So those are the ways Pittsburgh can get in. Philly needs to beat Washington and hope Minnesota loses to get in the wild card there. The Chargers can win. If the Chargers win and Kansas City loses, they get the 1 seed. Rams need to win to keep the 2 seeds. We're back from commercial break over San Fran. Arizona, Seattle. Seattle, I thought, had clinched the 5 seed. So I don't know what they're playing for there. And Indy, Tennessee tonight, the winner of that game gets to play another week at least. So Tannehill back to pass. Throws it into the end zone. Incomplete pass. Well defended by Levi Wallace. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Miami Dolphins. Well defended. Looked like Levi Wallace might have been on the ball for a possible interception. Looks like Jerry Hughes was held on the play as well. But great job by Levi Wallace. Again, one of the better rookie cornerbacks so far this season. So great job. And Tannehill almost had another interception. So 3rd and 4 here for the Miami Dolphins. 1:54 to go in the first half. The longer they stay. I mean, Buffalo just can't blow teams away for some reason. I don't understand it. Tannehill calls a timeout before the play clock runs out. So, timeout Miami. That's their first of the half. 1:54 to go in the first half. Buffalo up 14-0. Yeah, Buffalo isn't good enough to just put teams away is the problem. You know, they don't have that veteran leadership on offense, that cutthroat mentality to say, okay, we're up 14-0 when we need to move the ball and still able to score points. I mean, we did miss a field goal earlier that would have made it 17-0. But, you know, you do question how much of that is Brian Dable I watched the guys on Hashtag Sports. And speaking of Hashtag Sports, guys, if you have submitted a request or submitted a chance to win the autographed Thurman Thomas helmet, Hashtag Sports will be going live for their post game directly after this game. They normally wait till about 5 o'clock. No, they will be going live right as this game ends, and they will tell you who the winner of the Thurman Thomas signed helmet is. So join them, guys, after the game. Shotgun formation for Tannehill on this 3rd and 4. Buffalo coming on blitz, unable to get there. Drake gets the ball, unable to get the first down. However, as he stopped, it's going to be 4th and 1 at the 30-yard line. Edmonds and Wallace in on the tackle to make it 4th and 1 with 1:48 to go in the first half. Not sure. I think the Dolphins are keeping their offense on the field. Might go for it on this 4th and 1 here with 1:48 to go in the first half. Be a huge stop for the Buffalo Bills if they can get it here. Again, Miami starts with the ball. They're going to do another wildcat formation. Tannehill lines up as a wide receiver. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, including Ryan Tannehill, with Drake or Barrage back there. I think it's Barrage back there. As he's going to run on this 4th down, and he's going to pick it up again, get it inside the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Miami with 1:35 to go in the first half. Down 14-0. Ballage, I meant to say, with the first down. So, go Bills, Fox 87. You're absolutely right. Again, thank you, Jeremy. I believe it's talk. If you are new, you want to hit that subscribe button. We will keep you posted on all Buffalo Bills news and a lot of Buffalo sports news throughout the offseason, whether it be Sabres, whether it be Bulls, football, or basketball, maybe even some Bisons. Quick out route to Amendola, gets out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. So, with 1:13 left, Miami has the ball 2nd and about 3. Inside the 15. Doesn't make me happy, guys. Miami scores here. They get the ball first to start the second half. Score there. All of a sudden, we're looking at a tie game. And this shouldn't be a tie game. Miami likes sticking around, just hanging around. Hanging around. I don't get the Bison's games. I just keep updated on like the newspaper and such. I still read the paper. Tannehill throws it into the end zone. It's incomplete over the head of the intended receiver. I think it's number 88 from Miami. But yeah, no, I just get updates from Bison's on the newspaper. I go on to like the Buffalo Gazette website and get like the box score and stuff. So that's what I'll do this year. That's what I do in the past. Detroit scores another touchdown, go up 21-0 over Green Bay. Tannehill in shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. You do have Drake to his right. Looks like there may be a false start on the offense here. They're signaling false start. Yep, false start on the offense. So that's to drop you back 5 more yards. That's on Davis of the Dolphins, number 77. Yep. He does move, and then it draws Phillips offside. So, this is the last game of the season. I would love to see Josh Allen air it out, but we know he's got a gun. Tampa Bay has scored as well, make that game 17-0. 3rd and 7 now for Miami as you got 5 wide receivers set, 3 to the top of the screen, 2 to the bottom, Tannehill in shotgun formation. And then it looks like there's going to be a timeout prior to the snap. Yeah, timeout Buffalo. Going to be their first timeout of the half. Looked like Tannehill was frustrated after that timeout. So, good. Good job. Good job. Those Dolphins do some good things. They're in the Wildcat well. I mean, if you remember back when the Wildcat first became a thing, was the Dolphins using it to beat the Patriots. So 3rd and 7 for Miami now. 1:07 to go still in this one. Kyle Williams' last game of his professional career. So, of course, that has us all sad in Buffalo. Tannehill in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Running back screen on 3rd and 7. Drake able to break a tackle, gets inside the 5, and he is tackled at the 3-yard line. So, 1st down Miami, 1st and goal as Drake is actually hit as he catches the ball by Trey White, and Trey White is knocked over, and Trey White is still down on the turf. Trey White had a beat on this, lowers his shoulder, and just unable to make the tackle. And then Buffalo will be charged with their second timeout doesn't. I mean, Drake got out of bounds at about the 4-yard line, so the clock would stop either way. But obviously, the main concern here is Travis White, as he is still down on the turf. Taking a commercial break as they look at Trey White, who's still laying down on the ground. You hope he's okay, obviously. But he hasn't moved all much. I do see him moving his legs, so he is moving. But yeah, Trey White is down on the ground. Alright, so both players all gather around. So while they look at that, let's look at some scores from around the league. There have been a few scores to update you on. I'm not sure if I did all of them or not. So let me go through the scores while Trey White is getting up on his, getting at least up to his sitting position. So Miami is now in the red zone. They have the ball first and go at the 3-yard line. A minute to go in the first half. Detroit is speeding Green Bay 21-0 after a Zach Zenner 13-yard touchdown run. So 21-0 Detroit over Green Bay. Houston's now up 17-3 over Jacksonville after Lamar Miller's 7-yard touchdown run. Travis White is now back on his feet, gingerly walking to the sideline. So that's good to see. So Houston up 17-3. Again, Houston needs to win the AFC South. New England's up 21-3 on the New York Jets. New England wins, and they're guaranteed at least the second seed. There still is a pathway for them to get the number 1 overall seed. Carolina is now up 20-0 on the Carolina Saints, and Ian Thomas 8-yard touchdown pass from Kyle Allen. 14-7, the Giants have scored to make that one 14-7. Cody Lattimore, a 21-yard touchdown pass from Eli Manning. As they run a quick reverse here, pass it to Tannehill. And Tannehill's in the end zone for a touchdown. They ran a play. They ran it to Drake. Drake pitched it to the wide receiver who's coming to the left, and then throw it to Tannehill in the end zone. Almost a Philly special, not quite. But it's good enough for a touchdown either way. Tannehill's in shotgun formation. Drake to his right. Drake gets the ball, pitches it to Stills, who's coming to his left. And Tannehill gets in the end zone. So it's now 14-6, Buffalo over Miami again. And Buffalo completely controlled this first quarter. This is kind of remind me of that I want to say the first Miami game or the Jets game. I think it's the Jets game where it seemed like this whole time Buffalo should have been winning by a lot more. And then what happens at the end, the other team wins. So hopefully it's a different result. But with 54 seconds left to go in the first half, the extra point pending, Buffalo up 14-6, kicks in the air, and the kick is good. So 14-7 with 54 seconds left. And again, don't forget the Dolphins do get the ball to start the second half. So this game's far from over. After a good start for Buffalo, a couple turnovers, Tannehill calms down, catches a touchdown pass. Probably his first touchdown catch of his career. And now it's a 7-point game, 54 seconds left to go in the first half. So again, Miami will get the ball to start the second half. As they won the toss and deferred, Buffalo took their first drive for a touchdown. Wow. They're going to have what Buffalo needs to do this offseason. Spend wisely is the first thing. Again, $86 million plus, and I think we're third in cap space. Push Josh Allen hard in the offseason. You should have been pushing him hard all season. It was both Miami and the Jets game. Yeah, there's just these games it looks like we should be winning, by a lot more, and we're not. And then we look up, and all of a sudden the other team has the lead, and you're just like, what happened? What happened? So hopefully that's not something that happens here. Would love to see Kyle Williams go out on a win, not a loss. If we lose this game, it'd be very disappointing. As the kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Buffalo started the ball first at the 25-yard line with only one timeout remaining, 54 seconds left. Be interested to see what they do here as Josh Allen trots out to the field. My personal opinion, why not air it out, see what happens, right? What's the worst that can happen? Pick 6, make it 14-14, you lose this game, fall to 5-11. I mean, I want to see us win this game. I want to see us win this game for Kyle Williams. I get that. But at the same time, what's the worst that can happen if you lose? People like me get mad at you? Okay. I think you can live with that, right? Allen is in shotgun formation, threw our receivers top of the screen, one to the bottom. McCoy with him in the backfield. I hate these stupid screen or delays in this situation. See what happened. McCoy gets the ball in the delay, doesn't get anywhere. Allen pretends like he's going to throw a block. Kiko Alonso knocks him down. So really overall, a terrible play by the Buffalo Bills. And what are you going to do? Why? So Miami now calls a timeout because they have one more remaining. So they're going to try to make us punt the ball, I think. I mean, why not, right? Second and 12 for Buffalo. Both teams again with one timeout. 48 seconds to go in the first half. Very disappointing right now. Shotgun formation. Two wide receivers top of the screen, one to the bottom. Looks like McCoy is to Allen's left. They're going to pass the ball here. And the ball's picked off. And it's a touchdown. So exactly what I said was going to happen, happened. That is worst case scenario. So now we're going to go into halftime tied at 14 instead of up by anything. So a pick 6 by Josh Allen thrown. Wow. 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 Can't believe that. Yeah, another first down loss, and that's what leads to this. Second down, we throw out route. Might not be a touchdown, but if it's not a touchdown, it's going to be down at the inch line. So, but I don't know if there's enough to overturn it anyway. Wow. We just gifted them 7 points. You know, angry Buffalo sports fan, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. Dabble has, like why are you running on first down and then passing on and losing yardage? Making them use a timeout and then passing on second down. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. So now it's 39 seconds to go in the first half. Buffalo, Miami, depending on this extra point. Extra point's up and good. So with that extra point, the game is now tied 14-14. Both teams have gifted the other team a touchdown. Josh Allen throws a pick 6. Tannehill throws a pick that we get in the red zone that we give a 19-yard touchdown to Zay Jones. So overall, what to expect, right? What do you expect? So glad to see Josh Allen hustle after he throws the interception. But yeah. What do you do? What do you do? You drink alcohol is what you do. Boo, Dable. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a shame if we go back-to-back years firing our offensive coordinator last game of the year, but you need to do what's best for the team, right? You need to do what's best for the team. So they get ready to kick off again. Buffalo, Miami tied 14-14 just like that. 39 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Miami starts with the ball in the second half, so hopefully this defense can stop them. But we'll see. Buffalo going to return this one from the goal line. Gets it to about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. That's Bolden Jr. before he's taken down. Allen coming back out there. Just kneel the dang ball. Just kneel it. Kneel it. Kneel it. Kneel it. Nope, shotgun formation through our receiver's bottom of the screen. Chris Ivory to his right. Gonna run another HB draw. Great idea. To the 28-yard line. So, great. Good job. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just need the ball? Second and 3, a 7-yard gain by Chris Ivory. That all means nothing. So it's going to be 14-14 going into halftime. 10 seconds left in the first half. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and then we running back to the tunnel at halftime, 14-14 after Buffalo completely controlled that first quarter. Miami did nothing in the second half second quarter that made you think, oh, this will be a tie game soon. And yet here we are, tie game. Wow. Yeah, thank you for joining me. I believe it's talk again. My name is Joe. Thank you for joining me all season. If you've been here, I've appreciated you guys throughout the season. I enjoy doing this, and I'll enjoy doing this throughout the off season, and then going to next year with the same mindset, same attitude, looking forward to giving you all the Buffalo Bills games, live play-by-play reaction right here on Believers Talk again. Unfortunately, due to copyright restrictions and such things, I cannot bring the games to you live. I can't show you the games. Would love to, but I do like doing this, so I will be doing this again next season. So if you haven't already, share this video. Let people know that we are here, and we will be here during the off season. Again, follow me on Twitter. You will be able to vote on which games I live stream coming into the playoffs. I will put on a poll what games you want me to stream, and you guys can vote then at which games you want me to stream at that time. So I look forward to doing that as well. So again, follow me on Twitter, like this channel, like this video, subscribe to this channel, whatever it is. We're at halftime of the Buffalo Bills game. The Buffalo Bills tied with the Miami Dolphins after a very depressing way to end the first half. Miami scores a touchdown, their first touchdown of the game, with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half, and then Allen throws a pick six late in that first half to make this game 14-14. Buffalo's up 14-0. They were controlling this game pretty much the whole first quarter and most of the second quarter. Unfortunately, just unable to come through. And it's now a tie game. And again, this has happened to Buffalo a lot this season. It's happened to Buffalo a lot. Kyle Williams' last game of his professional career. Would love to see us get a win as I throw everything around. No 2-minute offense. You're absolutely right, Fox 87. You're absolutely right. And Blue Copyright. Yeah, I'd love to show you guys this game. I really would. And I'd still commentate for you. Better than the commentators they have. So, yeah, I would do that happily. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't want to get my YouTube channel blocked. If you are a fan of TD Finn's fan, he actually had that happen to him not too long ago, and he's still not sure why it happened. YouTube and him did get that problem corrected. He is now live streaming this game as well. So if you're a Dolphins fan, or if you want to see someone else, if you missed it, they actually CBS did something for him for his reaction for the Miracle in Miami play against New England. So you want to watch that on CBS as well. It's probably on YouTube floating around somewhere. So yeah, he's a great guy. I've chatted with him a bunch. So follow his channel. Again, guys, immediately after this game, if you did submit a request or whatever you call it to get that Thurman Thomas autographed helmet by #sports, immediately after this game, #sports will be going live for their post game, and we'll also be drawing from that to see who wins that. I would love for it to be me, but go over there, check it out. They've had thousands of people submit to the thing to get the helmet. So again, immediately found in the game, guys. You know I normally don't do my post game until Monday after the game, so go over there. I'll probably go over there, watch a little bit of their post game as well, and then they'll let you know if you are the lucky winner of a Thurman Thomas autographed helmet. We are at halftime of the Buffalo Bills Miami Dolphins game, 14-14 after Miami scores 2 touchdowns late. I'll run through the scores of the early games. I'll go through some statistics from the first half of this game. We'll talk a little bit about Kyle Williams, as this is his last game of his professional career. Talk a little bit more about the playoff shakeup coming into this week, what needs to happen for each team to get in, or seeding to be decided, all those things to be decided yet, especially on the AFC side. You know, not too much decided yet on the AFC side. We know about some teams in, but as far as seeding goes, I don't think there's a single seed that is up for grabs in the AFC playoffs still, and this is week 17. So very exciting stuff happening. Again, that's more at the 4:25 hour, and of course the late game tonight. So watch that. But I'll go through those scores from the 1 o'clock games first, and then we will go through some playoff scenarios as well. So let's start there. We'll go through the scores. We'll go through some stats from this Bills-Dolphins game. Again, 14-14 at halftime. Miami's going to receive the kickoff to start the second half, so hopefully the Bills defense can come out well rested, because we threw a pick 6, so they ended up being on the field for that. Halftime coming, got a little bit of a break, and hopefully we could go back to that first half where we completely shut down the Dolphins, maybe force a turnover or two again, in the second half. So going through some scores again, Buffalo Miami tied 14-14 at halftime. Detroit is up 21-0 on Green Bay at halftime. Houston up 17-3 on Jacksonville, and that's really the only game, or two games, the only spot really up for debate right now is that 2 seed. That's the only 1 o'clock games that really matter for the playoffs. Houston needs to win and have New England lose to clinch the 2 seed. If New England wins, they are the 2 seed. If Houston wins, they clinch the AFC South, and they clinch at least the 3 seed. And then also, if they lose, they might not win the AFC South. Then you look at the Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts game. The winner of that game then wins the AFC South, and Houston then becomes the 6th seed. So a lot going on in that Houston game. They're currently up 17-3. New England's up 21-3 at halftime. Carolina currently blanking the Saints. Again, Saints ain't starting anybody because they have the number 1 seed locked up. So Carolina up 23-0 over the New Orleans Saints. Dallas is still up 14-7. Again, they started Dak in that first half. Haven't seen Ezekiel out yet, but they started Dak in that first half, up 14-7 on the Giants. Dallas has their seed locked up. They're going to be the number 4 seed in the NFC playoffs. Tampa Bay is beating Atlanta 17-7. Atlanta did score a touchdown. It was a Julio Jones 19-yard touchdown pass from Matt Ryan with 20 seconds to go in the first half there. So they did get on the board at 17-7. But looking at those 4 o'clock games, that is where the playoff games really start taking into effect. Positioning in the AFC, some NFC things still yet to be decided, but we have Cleveland and Baltimore. Baltimore wins. They win the AFC North, and they clinch that 4th seed. Cleveland wins. They clinch their first winning record in I don't know how long, but also Cleveland beating Baltimore would open up the door for the Pittsburgh Steelers to potentially sneak into the playoffs, winning the AFC North at that rate. Oakland, Kansas City. If Kansas City wins, they clinch the number 1 overall seed in the AFC with a loss. If they lose to Oakland and the LA Chargers win, the Chargers would then be the number 1 overall seed, and the Chiefs would then be the 5 seed. So that's something to look at there. Chicago, Minnesota, probably the game with the most playoff potential for both teams involved in it in the 4 o'clock hour. You have Chicago. If they win and the Rams lose, then Chicago's the 2 seed, and they get that bye week and they're home, which is kind of nice. If Minnesota wins, Minnesota then clinches the 6th seed at that time. And then Philly would be knocked out of the playoffs, so we would see no more Philly. So defending Super Bowl champs would not be in the playoffs if Minnesota beats Chicago. Give me a second. That's me. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs to win and hope the Ravens lose, or win and hope that the Titans and Colts tie to get in the playoffs. If Pittsburgh wins and the Ravens lose, Pittsburgh is the AFC North champions. If Pittsburgh wins and the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts tie, then they get a wild card spot, and Tennessee and Indy are both out looking in. So that's what they're hoping for. I think CBS said they have a 13% chance by their metrics, whatever those are, to get in. So, but Buffalo, I think, had a less percent chance of that last year, and look what happened. So we'll see what happens. Philly at Washington. Philly needs a win against Washington, which I don't think is going to be difficult. Washington has not looked the same since Alex Smith went down, and then they need to get help. They need Minnesota to lose to Chicago. So that's probably the best odds of something changing in the playoffs, right? Is having Philly win, Minnesota lose. The best odds of another team sneaking in the playoffs than the current 6 that are on both sides. But we'll see. LA Chargers play Denver. If the Chargers win again, if the Chargers win and the Chiefs lose, the Chargers are the 1 seed. If the Chargers and Chiefs both lose, I believe that makes the Patriots the number 1 overall seed. So hopefully that does not happen. San Fran's playing LA Rams. Again, the LA Rams need to win to stay in that 2 seed. If the LA Rams lose and the Bears win, then the Bears will be the 2 seed, the Rams will be the 3 seed. Arizona, Seattle. Seattle, I believe, has already clinched the 5 seed. I'm not sure if they can drop down to the 6 seed or not. But boo, Pats. Absolutely, Fox 87. We do not want to see the Pats in the playoffs, let alone number 1 overall seed. So, but Seattle beats Arizona. They'd stay at 5. Maybe if they lose and Minnesota wins, they'd fall at 6. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but maybe. I've been wrong once or twice before today. And then, of course, tonight you have the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The winner of that game goes into the playoffs as the 6th seed or possibly the 3 seed. Depending on what happens in the Houston game. The loser goes home. If they tie, then more than likely they both go home. So that means, obviously, it'd be really hard for them to tie in that scenario, right? Because you figure if a team has the ball late and it's fourth and whatever, they're going to go for it. You're going for the win. So you're not going for the tie because you know a tie loses. So one of these teams is probably going to win this game. Unless the one team hates the other team that badly that they'd play for a tie and for both of them not in the playoffs. I just don't see that happening, though. Just don't see that happening. Again, this is one of those rare weeks where there's more 4:25 games than 1 o'clock games. So that's interesting to me. And then, of course, you have that one game tonight, 8 o'clock. All games play on Sunday, week 17. So let's go through some stats from this Buffalo Bills-Miami Dolphins game. A game that the Buffalo Bills, again, should be winning, and they should be winning pretty comfortably. But for some reason, they just let teams stick around. It's so annoying. So going through the scoring summary, you got Josh Allen with a rushing touchdown at 10-14 in the first quarter, 1-yard rush up the middle. Zay Jones with an 18-yard touchdown pass the play after Tremaine Edmonds' interception for a touchdown at 8:31 in the first quarter. Put the Buffalo Bills up 14-0. Buffalo had another drive stalled, kicked what was a 41-yard field goal, I believe, that Hauschka, again, was short on. Again, short. Didn't even hit the upright this time. The crossbar this time. It's just completely short. I know there's win factors and things like that, but obviously there's something wrong with Stephen Hauschka, so hopefully he can get healthy this offseason. Going to the second quarter with 54 seconds left in the first half. Ryan Tannehill with a 3-yard touchdown pass from Kenny Stills. That's right, Ryan Tannehill caught a touchdown pass from Kenny Stills. And then with 39 seconds to go, Rashad Jones with a 29-yard pick six to make this game 14-14. Miami scoring twice in the last minute of the first half to tie this game up. And Miami starts with the ball to start the second half. I feel bad for Kyle. Shame for... you have to believe that Kyle is the one giving this halftime speech, right? Coach McDermott's just looking at Kyle Williams saying, Kyle, tell him what you want to say. This is your last halftime. Last halftime as an NFL player. I would love to see Kyle return as some sort of coach too. Take a couple years off, be with your kids, be with family, do that kind of fun stuff. You've earned it. But then maybe come back as a coach. That'd be kind of cool, right? Defensive tackles coach, whatever it might be. So I'm going to statistics from this game. Neither quarterback all that impressive. You got Ryan Tannehill, 8 for 14, 79 yards, 2 interceptions. Josh Allen, 8 for 12, 105 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Ryan Tannehill has a QBR of 33.6 currently. Josh Allen with a QBR of 87.2. Whether you like that stat or hate that stat really doesn't matter, but the stats are what the stats are. Kenyon Drake is the Dolphins' leading rusher, 4 rushes for 19 yards. Chris Ivory is the Bills' leading rusher, 6 rushes for 20 yards. Kenny Stills has 2 receptions for 18 yards and a 3-yard passing touchdown to Ryan Tannehill. Zay Jones has 3 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. So those are your big receivers for the day. Again, not a lot of yards either way. Both teams have 9 first downs. On third down, Buffalo is 50% at 3 for 6. Miami is 3 for 7, so just below that. Miami did convert that 1 fourth down from Wildcat. We've seen the Wildcat pulled out twice today for the Miami Dolphins. I want to see us stop that. They have yet to pass this season that I've seen from Wildcat formation. So when they're running the Wildcat, you know what they're doing. Put 8, 9, 10 in the box and make them beat you in the air. You know, make Kenyon Drake or Ballage beat you with their arm. Rushing yards, Buffalo Bills have 56. Miami Dolphins have 42 as they kick off the second half. I'll let you know what happens there in a second. Passing yards, 96 for Miami, 95 for Buffalo, 65 for Miami. Miami returns the ball to the 32-yard line before he's tackled by a host of Buffalo Bills. That's Kenyon Drake getting the ball to the 32. Sacks, Buffalo has 2 sacks for loss of 17 yards. Miami has 1 sack for a loss of 9. Miami has thrown 2 interceptions. Buffalo's thrown 1. Both have punted the ball twice. Both have 2 penalties. Miami has 2 penalties for 5 yards. Remember they had the roughing the passer penalty that cost them maybe half a yard. And then Buffalo has 2 penalties for 20 yards. Miami has 1 fumble, but neither one have lost a fumble. And then time possession, Buffalo's leading time possession, which was one of my keys to victory. So Miami has the ball first and 10. Tannehill under center. Looked like it was a false start. Again, missed by the line judge as they get the ball to Kenyon Drake for no gain on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Again, guys, thanks for watching Unbelievers Talk. If you haven't already shared this video, share this video. Let people know we're doing live play-by-play and reaction to the last half of football in Kyle Williams' career. You want to join me as I might cry a little bit? Who knows? Who knows what you'll see? Who knows what you'll see here on Believers Talk? But again, let people know we're here to join us for this game. The live play-by-play and reaction as we have Tannehill in shotgun formation, 14-15 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo, Miami tied 14-14. First possession of the second half. 3 wide receivers behind the screen. Drake with to him. Blah, 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 blah. Happens to me at least once a game, right? Pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage, so it's incomplete. That looks like it was deflected by Star Latuile. So great deflection by Star Latuile. I think Star Latuile would be one of those guys that I would list as a bust for us this season. Obviously, the run game. Tre'Davious White is out for the second half with a head injury. So unfortunately, there's no more Tre'Davious White for the rest of the season. Head injury, probably concussion protocol type stuff. Just keep him on the sideline. Probably a smart thing to do. Shotgun formation for Tannehill. Drake to his left. 3 wide receivers behind the screen. 1 to the top. Bills send a blitz. Tannehill has time to throw. Throws the ball away as Buffalo finally got to him. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 9. Good job by the secondary. That is definitely a coverage play. Shaq Lawson finally gets to Tannehill. But Tannehill did have a lot of time in the pocket. Just was unable to find anyone open. And then Shaq Lawson finally gets to Tannehill. Makes him roll to his right. And forces him to throw it out of bounds. So great job by the Buffalo Bills there. Buffalo Bills defense again stepping up here. And bring up a 4th and 9 for the Miami Dolphins. This is going to be Hack's 3rd punt of the game. 13:59 to go, so a minute off the clock in the second half, and Buffalo forces a 3 and out. Hack gets the punt away. Good kick inside the 15-yard line, recovered by McKenzie. McKenzie gets to the 15, gets to the 20, unable to stay in bounds. So he gets to about the 21-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Buffalo and Josh Allen at the 21-yard line. Let's see if we do a little bit better than we did in that first half with the ball. So 13:46 to go in the first half. Buffalo forces a 3 and out. And now they get the ball, their first possession of the game, tied with the Dolphins 14-14. Do I think Miami should fire their head coach? So I was listening to Fins fan talk about that a little bit. You know, I'm going to trust a Fins fan more than myself about Adam Gase. He from what I understand is he's more upset with the defensive coordinator than or maybe the offensive coordinator, than he is with Adam Gase. Again, Miami's been hurt with turnover or with injuries. I mean, we started this season 3-0. Everyone needs to be reevaluated. Everyone needs to be reevaluated. Whose fault was the pick? You mean, are you talking about Star Latuile? He was signed, and I would have to blame McDermott for that, right? You figure he was from Carolina. McDermott and Bean would probably be, they have their name written all over that, coming from Carolina. We started off doing pretty well, but then the run game, we also had him against New England last week, over 250 rushing yards. Come on. And this is what it's like to be a Bills fan. Well, stick around. Things might be changing here in the next couple seasons. I look forward to watching the next couple seasons. If Josh Allen is our answer at quarterback, then obviously we have time to go around him and see if we can do better. Woohoo! Turn that commercial break, still 14-14. Buffalo did just force a 3 and out. They will have the ball. But yeah, this has been, again, after a great start for the Buffalo Bills, getting those 2 interceptions, getting the 2 touchdowns. You missed that field goal. We put you up 17-0, but still pretty happy with how things were going overall. To just completely, not be able to do anything, look stagnant on offense, not be able to do anything right on defense, it seems. And then you throw that pick 6, completely depleted. McTyer and Jones both listed as, McTyer's listed as out for the game for the Dolphins. Jones questionable with a leg injury. Start with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 22. Offset I formation, 2 wide receivers, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Allen going to pass it, passes it way over the head of Zay Jones to the Miami bench as he gets hit as he throws the ball. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Buffalo Bills. You look at the first 2 possessions for Buffalo and then TDs. The 3rd possession was, of course, a missed field goal. Since then, -5 yards, 9 yards, -2 yards. So that's been our offense. And you figure the one drive was a 1-play, 18-yard drive. Didn't have to do anything. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers set, 3 to the top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. Got Allen in shotgun again. 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line, 13:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Passes the ball, finds Kroom. Kroom able to get to the 35, 40, 45, close to midfield as he's finally tackled around the 48-yard line. So big pass play there. Allen to Kroom, finally getting something going with this offense. 13:25 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Buffalo will have the ball 1st and 10. Again, close to midfield here is Jason Kroom able to get a lot of yards after the catch on that one. Gets the ball again to the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10. That's his 2nd reception for 32 yards on the day. Allen under center. Offset I formation. That looks like DeMarco is going back into I formation. Got 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. 1 to the top. Fake handoff. Allen's getting pressure from behind. Allen has a lot of room to run, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to run for a 1st down, run inside the 35, inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20 before he's forced out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Does that little come at me signal to his fans as he gets a lot of yards, getting the ball inside the 20-yard line. Buffalo Bills will have the ball in the red zone. 12:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. Great run by Allen. No, there has been no sign of Foster yet. I think he has 1 completion so far on the day. But Allen with a huge run on that play gets inside the 20-yard line. They'll have the ball. Buffalo Bills will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 17. Yes, we play the NFC East and the AFC North next season. So you're talking about the Eagles, Dallas, Washington, Giants. So we'll see Saquon next year. Randy McCoy to the right gets nowhere. So he's tackled for no gains. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 12:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Allen has 591 rushing yards, most in Bills history, now passing Tyrod Taylor from 2016. So now Josh Allen is the all-time leader in Bills rushing for quarterbacks. So, if you're looking for something to be happy about, there you go. Able to run the ball a little bit. Definitely proved that he is an athletic quarterback this season. Still have to prove that accuracy for him. That's still a question, obviously. I formation, wide receiver to the top and bottom of the screen. Looks like Zay Jones is to the top, Foster to the bottom. Actually, it was the other way around. Foster, Zay Jones with a quick out, incomplete pass as it was behind Zay. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 with 11:34 to go. Kind of scares you because you're not sure if you can trust your field goal kicker, Hauschka, again. Looks like he's been hurt for the 2nd half of the season and for a good part of the 2nd half of the season. So we'll see if they actually rely on him to give us the lead if we don't convert on this 3rd down. We got 3rd and 9 here for the Buffalo Bills. Allen in shotgun. McCoy to his left. 4 wide receivers. 5 wide receivers. 3 to the bottom of the screen. 2 to the top. McCoy going out for a swing pass. Catch the ball inside the 15. Inside the 10. Before he's knocked down at about the 8-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for the Buffalo Bills. Inside the 10. Interesting to see what they do here with 11:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo, Miami tied 14-14. As New England has scored another touchdown to go up 28-3 early in the 3rd quarter there. So looks like New England will get that number 2 overall seed, giving them the bye this week. So 4th and 1, Allen is sticking on the field. 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It looks like they're keeping the offense on the field here on this 4th and 1 inside the 10-yard line. I formation. And they run Allen up the middle. Allen's going to have enough for the 1st down. Gets to about the 5-yard line before he's finally dragged down. So 1st and 10, Buffalo. About the 5.5 yard. 1st and goal for Buffalo. About the 5.5 yard line. So good job by Buffalo getting that 1st down. 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo, Miami tied 14-14. Buffalo has the ball in the red zone. 1st and goal for the Buffalo Bills. Do I think Kyle Williams is going to Hall of Fame? I do not. I do not. Offside formation. Ivory in the backfield from the 6. Fake handoff to Chris Ivory. Allen looking. Unable to find anything. Needs to throw it away. Throw it away. There you go. Smart play by Josh Allen. Just throw that ball away. Throw it into the second row. And that's what he does. So it's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 6. 5.5. Yeah, only 2 receivers on the route, so no one's open downfield in the end zone. And that's what happens when you get down in these areas. There's just not as much room to get open if you're a wide receiver. So, but Allen does a great job just pitching it into the stands. And it's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 5.5-yard line. Myth, I'll get to your question about Kyle Williams in a second. Ivory is alone back in the backfield, gets to about the 5-yard line, maybe picks up a half a yard, maybe a full yard, gets it to the 5-yard line to make it 3rd and goal now from the 5 for the Buffalo Bills. But speaking about Kyle Williams, 9:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kyle Williams is not a Hall of Famer. I think if the Buffalo Bills were one more during his career, like let's say you switch uniforms and Kyle Williams is defensive tackle for the New England Patriots for the last 13 years, then I say yes, he's a Hall of Famer. But just due to the fact that the Bills couldn't win, he only played 1 playoff game. That says something. So, shotgun formation for Josh Allen. Ivory. McCoy coming in motion, joining him in the backfield. 3 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Foster by himself at the bottom of the screen. Snap goes off. They're looking Foster's way. Foster touchdown. Robert Foster with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Josh Allen makes this one 20-14 Buffalo over Miami. Extra point pending, of course, his 3rd receiving touchdown since week 12 of the season. So great job there. Decent drive. Again, would love to see some things change on that drive, but gets the job done. And that's what we need. Just needs to get the job done. So Josh Allen with the touchdown pass to Robert Foster. 10-play, 78-yard, 4-minute, 37-second drive. And it's 20-14 Buffalo over Miami. Extra point pending. 9:09 left in this 3rd quarter. Hope you're enjoying this game, guys. Last game of the season for our Buffalo Bills. Didn't go according to plan, obviously. Going to finish either 5-11 or 6-10 on the season. Extra points up and good by Steven Hauschka. So, with a little over 9 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, Buffalo up 21-14 over Miami. Let's go through some scores from around the league. It wasn't back shoulder. It was actually just gunned it in there. It was not back shoulder. It wasn't a fade. Robert Foster acted like he was going for a fade and then just stopped, turned around, ball's right there. No back shoulder, nothing like that. Just zinged it in there and was able to get in front of the corner. So that's a touchdown for Robert Foster. 21-14. Buffalo over Miami. 9:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. Detroit still up 21-0 on Green Bay. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter there. Houston still up 17-3. 5.5 to go in the 3rd quarter there. New England has extended their lead to 28-3. A Van Noy 46-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Carolina's up 23-0 at New Orleans. Dallas is now up 20-10 on 21-10 now on the New York Giants as Blake Jarwin has a 39-yard touchdown pass from Dak Prescott. So I'm actually surprised to see Dak still in this game, but now they're up 21-10. Tampa up 17-14 now in Atlanta as Atlanta scored again. Matt Ryan with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Mohamed Sanu. So Matt Ryan and Ryan Tannehill, both quarterbacks, getting receiving touchdowns this week. That's when was the last time 2 quarterbacks had receiving touchdowns in the same week? Not sure the last time that happened, but again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. Just because the season is coming to an end does not mean that we don't end, guys. That nothing ends. It's never the off season. If you're a true football fan, you know that after playoffs start, then the Monday after is just week 1 or day 1 of the NFL calendar for the 2019 season. So looking forward to the start of the 2019 season. I think the Bills have a lot to look forward to. You talk about Josh Allen looking good as a rookie quarterback. Could have done better. Absolutely could have done better. But not that bad for someone who doesn't have any weapons around him and has someone who a lot of you guys consider as a bad offensive coordinator calling the plays for him. Just hasn't done that bad. So look forward to seeing continued progress from him throughout the offseason. Maybe get a wide receiver or two for him that he can rely on, get a tight end that won't fumble the ball, things like that, an offensive line that will block for him, things like that, and we might do a little bit better. But we all know what we have on defense. Maybe get another defensive tackle or two, help with that run game. That run defense is 19th in the league. Shady still is good in space. I absolutely agree. I think we'll keep Shady for another year. We'll keep him next year because, you can't just get rid of a guy after one bad season. He's had a few good seasons. We know what he can offer. As it is a squib kick for the Buffalo Bills, gets down to the 15-yard line, fielded by number 27 Miami, gets to the 26-yard line before he's tackled. 9:03 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo up 21-14 after that touchdown drive. Again, now they're showing the instant replay to Josh Allen. It looks like, or to Robert Foster, it looks like the play clock did run out on before the snap. However, the officials let it go. Didn't see the clock in time, and there was no flag thrown. But yeah, Robert Foster just beats his corner to the far pylon there and just turns around and gets a zinger from Josh Allen. Shotgun formation for the Miami Dolphins. Drake to Tannehill's left. Tannehill throws on first down, and that's going to be incomplete as Kenny Stills is unable to bring it in before he steps out of bounds. So it's incomplete pass. Teller is playing decent, and that's something that got considered a success this season. Again, Wyatt Teller, a 5th-round draft pick this year for the Buffalo Bills. Did not play this whole season. However, you did see him come in later this year, and I thought he's done a pretty good job most of the season as far as protecting Josh Allen. Obviously, we'll probably keep Deion Dawkins as well on our offensive line, but other than that, you can get rid of the rest of them. Tannehill in shotgun formation, going to pass again. Shaq Lawson coming, and there's a fumble on the play. Shaq Lawson forces a fumble. Looks like Miami is able to recover the ball. No, the ball's still loose. Ball is still loose. It looks like number 66 was on the ball. Buffalo recovers the football. Who recovered it? Shaq Lawson with the strip sack. I'm not sure how they say Buffalo recovered this ball. Not sure how they said Buffalo recovered this ball. I'm excited they did, but yeah, Shaq Lawson gets in there, gets his hand in before Tannehill's able to get rid of it. Might be Phillips with the recovery. No, they're saying Edmonds. Edmonds is the one with the recovery. So now Edmonds has a interception and a fumble recovery in this game. They just announced that. I thought it was number 9. I thought it was Phillips too. Madonna Madman, thank you for joining me. I believe it's Talk again, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, there's plenty of things to look forward to this offseason. Hit that subscribe button. You want to be here. We'll keep you updated on draft news, free agency news. We'll keep you updated on all Buffalo Bills related news, Buffalo Sabres stuff, Buffalo Bulls stuff. We'll have a good time. So, first attempt for Buffalo at the 23-yard line. That's the 3rd takeaway for the Buffalo Bills and also a 3rd sack for the Buffalo Bills as well. Allen under center. You got McCoy alone in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff here. Runs to the right. Able to cut back across his body. Allen throws a block on number 50 just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So, wow. So gotta get points here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Second and 9 now for the Buffalo Bills. They do give him a yard, but he ran to the left, was stuffed. Looked like he was going to lose 2 or 3 yards. Ran the whole way to the right side of the field. Got a block from Josh Allen on Branch. And got a yard out of it. So 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second and 9. Shotgun for Allen. Allen throws the ball wide of Kroom. Kroom was alone in the middle of the field. Not sure Allen misses him there. Again, that goes into the accuracy. There's no reason to miss that throw. It's a 5-yard throw over the middle of the field. He's all alone. There's no pressure on you. There's no reason for you to miss that throw. That's the kind of throw you wish you had back. 3rd and 9 now for the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo 4 for 8 today on 3rd downs. Like 50% 3rd downs. I'll take that as much as we can, but this is a longer one. 3rd and 9. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers bottom of the screen. 1 to the top. Looks like Zay's by himself on top. No, it's Foster on the top by himself. Allen gonna run. And he's going to get the first down. And he's going to get hit after the play by Kiko. And there's going to be a flag. And there's a fight. There's a flat-out fight going on right now between the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. Kiko Alonso with a late shot on Josh Allen. And there's a flat-out brawl here on Allen's out of it. Allen's good with it. But yeah, it looks like Jordan Mills is in the middle of the fight here. Looks like we're going to have ejections, the announcer just says. As luckily, Kiko missed where he wanted to hit. It looks like Dolphins medical staff is going on the field. I'm not sure he was hurt, but plenty of flags down. Lots of fighting going. Kiko does have that history. I would love to say that Kiko's not a dirty player, but yeah, luckily Kiko missed. I mean, luckily Kiko missed. Allen sliding. Wow. Wow. Hear a lot of booing from the Bills crowd, so not sure what that's for. Multiple fouls on both teams, of course. All three players ejected. So it's Jordan Mills, Kiko Alonso. I'm sorry, Jeremy Mills. Robert Quinn. So Mills was just sticking up for Josh Allen. That's all that happened. Now it's really fun here in Buffalo. Y'all have one tunnel to get into, right? We saw this issue with Leonard Fournette, and I think it was Shaq Lawson when they got into their fight. You have one tunnel to go to. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But so Quinn and Alonso were both ejected for Miami. Jeremy Mills ejected for Mills is gone for defending his quarterback. And you know what? Bills fans are going to love him for it. You know, we haven't always loved Jordan Mills this season. Let's be honest, we haven't. But when you defend your quarterback like that, when Kiko goes to take a cheap shot like that, and you go and defend your quarterback, I never have an issue with that. Ever. At all. So, Jerry Mills, sorry that your season has to end this way, but way to go, man. Way to stick up for your quarterback. All right, now Allen's trying to quiet the crowd down because we still have the ball. Buffalo has the ball. It was a great run by Allen, so we can't forget that on the play. 21-14 Buffalo over Miami. 7:50 to go in the third quarter. Let's get you all caught up here as Sean McDermott is still on the field flipping out. So 7:50 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo has the ball after all that. 21-14. Buffalo's ball 1st and 10 after a good scramble by Josh Allen. Keeps this drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. We have Allen under center. We have an offset I formation. McCoy behind DeMarco. Quick pass out to Foster. Foster gets inside the 10-yard line to the 9. So it's going to have a 2nd and about 7 for the Buffalo Bills. I like seeing that from our guys, too. Great job by Jeremy Mills. I was really happy to see that. They're going through Kiko Alonso's history of late hits. Talking about the one against Baltimore, against Joe Flacco a couple years ago. One on Andrew Luck. Another one today. Again, Allen, you know what? Lucky he missed. Offside I formation again. McCoy in the backfield. McCoy gets the ball, gets a touchdown. There's going to be a flag on the play. So the flag was at the snap, so I'm guessing it's illegal formation on the Buffalo Bills, just giving our history. I swear there was a flag. They're not showing a flag now. But that's his third touchdown of the year. I guess there's no flag on the play. I thought I saw a flag. So McCoy's third touchdown of the season. 5 plays, 23 yards, takes 1:48 of game time. Obviously, took a lot longer with the skirmish. Makes it 27-14 with 6:57 to go. All right, Buffalo. This is what we like to see. Let's keep this up. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good by Steven Hauschka. So with 6:57 to go in the third quarter, Buffalo Bills are now up on the Miami Dolphins after another Tannehill turnover. This one a fumble, strip sack by Shaq. Lawson gives us the ball in good field position, and we're able to capitalize for a score, make this one 28-14. Buffalo up by 14. Hopefully we can maintain this 14-point lead this time. Unable to do that in the first half as we went up 14-0 early. But again, good job by this Buffalo Bills offense to finally move the ball, and we get up by 14 here. So maybe Kyle Williams go out with a win after all. That's what we like to see, right? That's what we like to see. Let's go through some scores from around the league. Again, Buffalo up 28-14, 6:57 to go in the third quarter. Green Bay still yet to score a point as they are down 24-0 to Detroit. You got Jacksonville still only down 17-3 at the end of the third there. It's still only a 2-possession game, so some things can happen there. But right now Houston looks okay, but the score here by Jacksonville and things look different. So third quarter, New England's up 28-3. Look like they have that one firmly in control. Carolina's up 23-0 over New Orleans. Dallas is still up now it's 18. So 21-18 over the New York Giants. Evan Ingram with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Manning. Or Eli Manning is what I meant to say. The bad Manning. Atlanta's down 20-14 now. Tampa Bay added a field goal. So that game is 20-14. So that's what's going on around the NFL. Again, Bills up 28-14 in this one. At the beginning of the game, I picked the Bills to win, and I picked the over as well, and for the Bills to cover the spread. Right now, we're covering the spread, and right now we're already hitting that over. So hopefully it stays this way, and I can end the season on a good note. That's what I'd like to see, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Over-under was, 38.5? Yeah. Yep, so we already get the over as well. So I hope you guys might have taken my advice this week, but I think overall we lost you money. So don't take the advice of this guy too often. As of 3:10 p.m., the Bills are back to the number 10 overall pick. So that's good to know too, right? Glad to see McCoy get in the end zone. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to see McCoy get in the end zone. It's good to see McCoy finally get in the end zone. Robert Quinn is finally exiting the field of play. So I think he might get in trouble for that after not going away from the sideline after he was ejected. But we'll see. Kickoff goes to the 15-yard line. Short kick returned by Miami's number 34. He's able to get to about the 34-yard line before he's finally tackled. And again, you want to start thinking possibly of squib kicking this thing down the field if you're Buffalo when you're on this side of the field, just because the short kicks lead to decent kickoff returns. So if you're Buffalo, you want hopefully we do my kickoffs, right? That means that we've scored some more points. So hopefully there's more kickoffs. Yeah, that move is 6-10. Some people has going 6-10 at the beginning of the season. That's absolutely right. So, and if that's what you said, good job, Buffalo second attack. I did not say 6-10. I did say we'd miss the playoffs. But Tannehill and shotgun through. Our receivers behind the screen, went to the top. Tannehill looking to the top of the screen. Wanted to throw a screen pass to Drake. Drake was not open. Was able to find his tight end over the middle of the field at the 39-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 now for the Miami Dolphins. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo up now on Miami 28-14. Tannehill 9 for 18 on the day, 84 yards, 2 interceptions. So Edmonds having a great day. He was in on that tackle. Love the production from Edmonds this year. He was probably the best rookie we've had this year. And that includes that Josh Allen player. So, all right, Tannehill under center, hands it off to Drake. Drake runs to the left. Drake's able to get the first down. He's tackled by Poyer, close to midfield, it looks like. So Miami will have the ball 1st and 10. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, down 28-14. Guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. If you haven't already signed up to Believers Talk or subscribed, you don't have to sign up for anything. It's free. It's a free service. I give it to you for free. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We have plenty of news and notes and things to go over in this off season. Will not end when the season is over. So again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. We will be sure to keep you posted on all things Buffalo Bills. Tannehill under center, offside eye formation for the Miami Dolphins. 2 wide receivers bottom screen, 1 to the top. They do hand it off to run back Kenyon Drake. Drake gets the ball, gets it into Bills territory to the 49-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Miami Dolphins with 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo up on the Miami Dolphins 28-14 after a McCoy touchdown run, only his 3rd of the season. Kenyon Drake has 7 rushes for 32 yards in this game. Drake is a hell of a back. He's really good. I've always thought he was really good ever since he came onto the scene. Was that last year, maybe 2 years ago for Kenyon Drake? They had Ajayi. Everyone thought that he was their back of the future. They traded Ajayi to Philadelphia, and then he came in strong. So Amendola with a catch, gets inside the 4-yard line, gets a first down for the Miami Dolphins, makes it 1st and 10, 4:45 to go at the 39-yard line. So Kiko is going to get a couple of games off. Maybe if it was still mid-season, he would. I don't think he will. Maybe if he actually connected with Josh Allen's head, he would have. But maybe luckily for everyone involved, he didn't hit Josh Allen in the head. There's like him up at him in the head, but yeah, I think luckily for everyone involved, him in the head. Wildcat formation, Drake in the backfield. Drake gets the ball, carries it to the outside, and this time Levi Wallace forces him out of bounds after a 3-yard gain again. Would love to see us stop that stupid Wildcat stuff. Hate Wildcat, because whenever we do it, we fail at it. Whenever they do it, they're good at it. Stupid. I want to be good at stuff. .355 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo up 28-14. Miami has the ball. 2nd and 7 at the 36 at Buffalo's 36-yard line. Tannehill alone in shotgun. 5 wide receivers. 3 to the bottom of the screen. 2 to the top. Buffalo sends a blitz. They send Edmonds on blitz. Edmonds unable to get there on time, and the pass is completed to Amendola. This one gets inside the 30-yard line to about the 28-yard line for Miami. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Miami, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Miami down 14 points. Again, Buffalo had a 14-point lead in the first half, was unable to hold on to it as we went to halftime 14-14. Miami scores 2 touchdowns in the last minute of the first half. One on an offensive drive, the next on a pick 6 by Josh Allen. Buffalo's winning the turnover differential 3-1. We've gotten 14 points off turnovers. The Dolphins obviously got the 7 from the pick 6. So handoff is to Balaj. Balaj bounces off a tackler, gets it inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So going to be 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins at the 12-yard line. Less than 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Notable injuries this season for the Miami Dolphins. Josh Sitton, their guard. Daniel Kilgore, their center. Albert Wilson, the wide receiver. And William Hayes, their defensive end. So those are the guys that really have missed. Again, Miami starts the season 3-0. And then they go against New England, get a couple injuries, unfortunately, and it's just been downhill for them since then. It went gone 4-8 since. So really looking to get a win here and finish 500 at least for the season. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Looks like they're going to run a screen to the Lorenzo Alexander with the tackle. They ran a quick screen pass to Ballage, the running back, and Lorenzo Alexander comes in on tackle. I have not heard his name much today, but Lorenzo Alexander is another guy who has had a great season. I would love to see him come back next year. Unfortunately, Kyle Williams, of course, is not coming back this season. Next season, we'll miss him a lot. Oh man. But anyway, going to be 2nd and 9 for the Dolphins. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Looking to his right. Looking. Incomplete. Throws out of bounds. So Kyle Williams with a sack in this game would be entitled to a bonus too. So he has not gotten a sack yet, but would love to see him get a sack here. Get a little extra money in that wallet. Get a little extra money in that wallet. Get a late Christmas gift to your kids or your wife or whoever you like. I don't know. To me, I don't. Whoever you like. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for the Miami Dolphins. 1:36 to go in the third quarter. Tannehill gets the snap, throws it into the end zone. Pass is broken up, this time by Micah Hyde. Great job by Micah Hyde. There's a flag down on the play. Holding on the offense. That penalty is going to be declined. That's going to be a first down. So it's going to be a 4th down. Field goal unit's coming on for Miami. Micah Hyde with a great job there, breaking up that play. What are my plans for playoffs and beyond? So, all right, if you do not follow me on Twitter, the link is below. Follow me on Twitter. I will be posting a poll both this week and next week for the playoffs. Which game you guys want me to do play-by-play? This week at some point, I will be doing the field goal kick is up and the field goal kick is good. So with 1:28 to go in the third quarter, the Buffalo Bills up on Miami 28-17. So I was off by 1 point right now. If the score ended right now, I said 27-17 at the beginning of the game. But it looks like there's going to be more scoring in this one anyway. But anyway, so this playoffs, what I'm going to do is obviously at the end of today, we know who's going to be in the playoffs. So tomorrow I'll do my normal post game as I have done every single week this season. Then at some point in the week, I'll either have a video for you, or I'll go live talking about the postseason and how I see it playing out. I will stick with my preseason prediction of Houston Texans losing to the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl. However, that seems unrealistic at this point. I could be wrong, but it does, right? It just does. Minnesota's going to be a 6 seed if they make it. Houston's going to be a 3 seed at best. So it just seems unrealistic. But it's happened before. Weirder things have happened. So I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. But I'll give more of a realistic point of view of how the playoffs are going to turn out. I'll do one video for the AFC side, one video for the NFC side, and then I'll preview the Super Bowl in those predictions as well. And then during this week, I'll put a poll question on Twitter as far as what are the 4 games going into Wildcard Weekend you guys want me to do play-by-play reaction to. Whichever wins that poll, that's the game I'll do. Doesn't matter which game it is. I don't care which game it is. I'll do it. And then we'll go there. If there's a game I can't do due to timing and family things, then it won't be on the poll. That's all. And then after that week, I'll have some more playoff news. I'll do a video on what Buffalo Bills former players are currently in the playoffs, who to cheer for, why to cheer for them, who not to cheer for, why not to cheer for them, and things like that. I mean, obviously, Chris Hogan, ex-Buffalo Bill, plays for New England, so it's kind of a tricky situation, right? But then the second week, I'll do the same thing. I'll have a poll on Twitter. If you guys vote on Twitter, follow me on Twitter again, and you vote, I'll do that game too. I'll do live play analysis of that game. Beyond that, I'm not sure if I'll do the championship weekend or not. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do the AFC championship game or the NFC championship game, depending. And then I will not be doing the Super Bowl. But that is my plans during the playoffs. When the off season comes, I'll focus mostly on the 53-man roster. Focus on who we should keep, contract situations, who we have left, the money we have, how much it would cost to re-sign players, go through the stats of each individual player this year, how they did, and what we want to see them improve on. And again, if we want to keep them on this roster, if we want to get rid of them. So I'll do one for each one of the 53 men on the roster. And then, and probably more since, due to injuries and stuff, we had more. Keep you updated on all other Buffalo sports, talking about Sabres, Bulls, Bisons, Bandits, all that kind of stuff. If anything exciting happens, I'll let you know here on Believers Talk. So you want to stay here no matter what. As the kick went in the back of the end zone, it is a touchback. You do want to stay here, hit that subscribe button. If you don't know, or if you haven't already shared this video, share this video, or let people know, hey, just because the season's over doesn't mean Believer's Talk is done. We are going to constantly keep you updated on all things Buffalo Bills related. I will do videos on draft prospects, position by position. I'll probably do like a running back show, quarterback show. I'll do them all, even though I know we don't need a quarterback, but why not? Allen under center, offset I formation. Chris Ivory in the backfield. Chris Ivory gets the handoff at the 25, twirls his way to the 26-yard line for a gain of 1 yard. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo up on Miami 28-17. I hope Buffalo doesn't go in complete prevent mode here. Up by 11 going into the fourth quarter. Let's try to get some offense going. Let's try to get some more points on the board. Let's see what Josh Allen does. Like someone said here before, gun it out. I am going to the draft myth. That's my plan at this point, at least. You know, obviously a lot of things can change between now and April, but my plan is to be live for the NFL draft. Offside formation again, 2 wide receivers, one to the top, one to the bottom. Allen throws it to I don't know who that's Zay Jones. Overthrows Zay Jones on the sideline again. We've seen 3 or 4 overthrows by Allen in this game, so that's something we definitely need to see him work on this offseason. But yeah, I'll do a show on the progression of Josh Allen from week 2, or well, I guess week 1, second half of week 1 to the last game of the season. We'll talk about what we think Josh Allen needs to improve on, things like that. There's going to be a lot of things going on this offseason, so you want to make sure you stay tuned. We'll talk about Brian Dable, whether we should keep him or not, things like that. All kinds of stuff going to happen. So Allen in shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom, McCoy to his left. And yeah, we'll do draft and free agency stuff too. Snap just in time. It throws it to the sideline. It is a catch by Foster. Foster is getting held on the play as he makes the catch. No flag for holding. Coach McDermott is very mad about it. It looks like Foster jammed his finger. That's what happens when you have a quarterback who can just gun it in there like that. Sometimes that happens. I don't know if you guys ever saw, but if you ever look at like anyone who used to play for Brett Favre, like Greg, it's going to be 4th and 1. There could be sneaking Josh Allen again. Looks like there's a false start on the offense anyway. So it looks like they might have tried to get Miami to jump. Instead, Buffalo jumps. It's Deion Dawkins who jumps, and it's going to be, of course, a 4th and 6 with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. So, but yeah, there's going to be lots of things I'm doing this offseason, so I promise you guys will not be disappointed if you stick around. Looks like Foster's getting his finger put back into place on the sideline. So poor Robert Foster there. Punt is Buffalo Bills are going to punt the ball here. 4th and 6. It looks like we're just going to wait till the end of the fourth quarter. Yeah, there's not going to be a punt. Buffalo up 28-17, end of the fourth quarter. Last quarter for Kyle Williams in his pro career. To me, that's very sad compared to the fact that this is the last game for the Buffalo Bills. And that's true too. But yeah, very sad news. Kyle Williams obviously announced earlier this week this is going to be his last game. He's going to retire. I'm just not looking forward to that. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believer's Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, you want to stay posted on anything Buffalo sports related, but mostly Buffalo Bills, hit that subscribe button, and we will be here for you, giving you all the transactions, off-season, regular season, hopefully next season, playoffs, but we'll give you all the transactions that happen, trades, talk about some free agents that come available who we'd like to see become Buffalo Bills players, and some Buffalo Bills players who we don't mind seeing go. 15 comments left. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's going to be sad to see him go. But let's go through some scores from around the league. This happens. Players retire. So best of luck to him in his future endeavors, of course. Been nothing but a great support of the city and of this team, so really appreciate him. I did do a video about him earlier this week, so if you guys want to check that out, it's on my channel. So going through some other scores, Green Bay still has not scored a point, down 24-0. I think Aaron Rodgers was left that game early with concussion protocol. Houston's now up 20-3 on Jacksonville in the fourth quarter there. New England is up 28-3 still on the New York Jets. Looks like they will lock up that number 2 seed. New Orleans has scored a touchdown. It's 30-7 Carolina over the New Orleans Saints. Tre'Quan Smith with a 9-yard touchdown pass from Teddy Bridgewater. So that's 7 points for them. You know, Teddy Bridgewater was a name that was thrown out there as far as the QB market. Might be a name that you hear again this offseason. He had a good preseason last year. See what he does this year. So Dallas is now trailing the New York Giants 25-21. A Wayne Gellman Jr. 2-yard touchdown run makes this game 25-21 with less than 10 minutes to go in that one. And then Atlanta is now up 24-20 with a Tevin Coleman 23-yard touchdown run. So Atlanta staying in lead in that one 24-20. So a couple of these teams wanted to end the season on a high note. New England just got in the red zone and on a win, especially if you're the home team. You always want to end at home with a win. 15 minutes away from that here in Buffalo, with Buffalo up 28-17. Kyle Williams' last game of his NFL career. The punt is in the air, and it's fair caught by Amendola at the 25-yard line. That's where Miami will start with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 25. Again, guys, a lot of games with a lot of meanings coming up at 4:25, so you want to be sure to stay tuned as Cleveland plays Baltimore, Cincy plays Pittsburgh, Oakland plays Kansas City, LA Chargers at Denver. All those games with playoff implications, and that's on the AFC side. Again, not a single spot has been clinched yet. It looks like with the win, New England will clinch the 2 seed, and that'll be the 1st seed clinched. Again, they still get the 1 seed. I believe if the Chargers and Chiefs both lose, they can still get the 1 seed. Antonio Brown is inactive for the Pittsburgh Steelers today as they play Cincinnati. That might affect that game. Again, Pittsburgh needs a win and help. Tannehill in shotgun formation, 1st and 10. They actually mark the ball at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Tannehill hit hard as he throws the ball. Has a wide open wide receiver over the middle of the field. Lorenzo Alexander giving chase as they get to the 45-yard line. So big pickup there on 1st down. Makes it 1st and 10 for Miami. 14:40 to go in the fourth quarter. 28-17. Buffalo over the Dolphins. Again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you are new, again, just because the offseason's coming doesn't mean I take a day off. I'll be here giving you guys all kinds of Buffalo sports news, including Buffalo Bills news, all transactions, all reports, all rumors. No matter what it is, we'll have you covered here on Believers Talk. So 28-17, 14-15 to go in the first quarter. During the fourth quarter, Miami has the ball 1st and 10. I'm just seeing things and doing things now. Are you guys really even paying attention at this point? Amendola with the catch out of the backfield, unable to gain a yard as he's tackled on the play. Second and 10, 13:40 to go in the fourth quarter, with the Bills up on Miami Dolphins 28-17. Three-wide receiver stop the screen. Amendola goes into motion. Handoff goes to Drake. Drake is stopped in the backfield, this time by Micah Hyde. Jerry Hughes comes in on the tackle then, so huge loss on the play, about 3-4 yards. Great play by Micah Hyde, making it through the gap. Young players making an impact. They don't even have our quarterback on there. They don't even have Josh Allen on there. They have Trey White, Trey Edmonds, Jason Kroom, Robert Foster. That quarterback, he's a young player. He's doing all right too. But okay, Tannehill in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers behind the screen, 1 to the top. Going deep on 3rd and 13. Has a guy down there. Incomplete pass. Was intended for Carrero or however you say his name. I'm sure some of you know, but Kyle's the best 5th-round pick we have ever drafted. Probably. As far as NFL draft steals go in NFL history, he has to be up there. Anytime you can get a player in the 5th round that's going to be a 13, he's not going to be Tom Brady. I get that, but who can be a 13-year vet for your team? He has to be up there. and he's been the best player for the past 13 years. Short punt by Miami down at the 29-yard line. That's where Buffalo will take over. 12:30 to go in this one. Josh Allen come back on the field, up 28-17. So again, thank you for joining my Believers Talk as we watch Kyle Williams. It's his last 15 minutes as a pro. Oh, man. That's tough to say. It's tough to say. A lot of things are tough to say for me, though. You guys listen when I talk because I don't say anything. Miami is down against Buffalo, 28-17. Buffalo's got the ball back. Detroit's still up on Green Bay, 24-0. Houston still up on Jacksonville, 20-3. And Houston has the ball in Jacksonville territory. So it looks like, barring some sort of miraculous comeback, Houston will win that game. That will clinch the AFC South for them, making them the 3 seed. New England's up 31-3 with less than 10 minutes to go there. So again, barring miracles, both those teams will win. Means New England will be the 2 seed, at least the 2 seed, and Houston will be the 3 seed. Carolina is up 30-7 on New Orleans. Again, New Orleans has that number 1 seed locked up in the NFC, so not even sure if any of their starters started this game. Dallas is now up 28-25 on the Giants if they come back to score on a Rod Smith 1-yard touchdown run. So it's now 28-25 Dallas over New York Giants. So that would be a good game to watch. Neither team playing for anything. Dallas has the 4th seed wrapped up, and obviously the Giants' season's over after this game. Atlanta is now up 30-20 on Tampa Bay as they had just scored a touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a 7-yard touchdown for Matt Ryan. So they're going to go up pending extra point 31-20 in that one. So thank you for joining me on Believers Talk as we watch the final 15 minutes or less now of Kyle Williams' NFL career. It was a great Buffalo Bill. Still remember that picture of him, or that video of him celebrating as Tyler Boyd runs for a touchdown last season. Him having his 2 sons in the locker room with him, being able to hold them and hug them at that moment. See him begin to tear up a little bit. Just his love for the city, his love for this team, and his love for the fans has been something of legends. And so we really appreciate him for doing that. We appreciate everything he's done for the city, everything he's done for this team, everything he's done for the city. Looks like they drafted Edmonds' brother. Well, after 1 year, yeah. After 1 year, yeah. So, but hopefully, Tremaine Edmonds has a long career, and we can say that for sure in 20 years, right? Miami has allowed the most yards ever in their team history this season. That's definitely something you don't want to say. But first play on 1st and 10, Chris Ivory runs the ball. Looks like he picked up a few yards on the play. Looks like we have 4 yards on the play. There's a flag down. So we'll see what the flag's about. 12:21 to go in the 4th quarter. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Miami. Looks like they're going to try to clean this game up after that scuffle between Kiko Alonso and Jeremy Mills in the 3rd quarter. So that's on Kirk Fitzpatrick. He gets a 15-yard penalty. That's going to give Buffalo a 1st down. That's a minus the ejection penalties. That's the 3rd penalty on Miami. 1st and 10 now for Buffalo at the 49-yard line. Chris Ivory does a great job picking up the blitz. Allen with a great pass to Zay Jones down to the 30-yard line. So a 20-yard completion. Allen to Jones for 21 yards. And that's going to be a 1st down. Again, good to see this Zay Jones connection with Josh Allen towards the end of the season beginning to pick up a little bit. We all know that him and Foster have a good connection going. And Foster's been seen a couple times today. Has that 1 touchdown as well. But good to see him and Allen and Zay Jones getting their connection going. That's 4 receptions for Zay Jones, 56 yards. Allen 14 for 23, 178, 2 touchdowns, and of course that pick 6. 11:20 to go in the 4th quarter, 28-17. Buffalo has the ball at the 30-yard line. Allen rolling out. Looks like he's going to run for it. Runs for the 1st down. Inside of 20, inside of 15, inside of 10. He's going into the end zone. Touchdown, Josh Allen. 30-yard touchdown run for the rookie quarterback from Wyoming. Makes it 34-17. pretty much puts the exclamation point in this game. 30-yard touchdown run. Allen's second touchdown of the game. He now has 7 rushes for 97 yards and those 2 touchdowns. So great job by Josh Allen looking downfield, seeing an open field and taking off with it. 97 yards for him. 3 plays, 70-yard, 1 minute, 17-second drive. Great job by the Buffalo Bills here. Yeah, it's nice to see Josh catch the ball today. Rolls out to his right, sees no one looking at him as far as defenders go. Doesn't have a defender touch him until he's inside the 5-yard line. And by that time, you're not going to stop Josh Allen. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. And with 11:13 to go, Buffalo up 35-17 in Kyle Williams' last game as a Buffalo Bill. Looks like we're going to get that W for him, barring anything crazy happening. This defense normally doesn't allow a lot of points. 11:13 to go, 35-17 Buffalo over Miami. So if you're all looking for a draft pick, you're all looking for the loss to get better draft position, doesn't look like it's happening today. Buffalo Bills up 35-17. Great job by Allen to find the open field, get into the end zone. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great run by Allen. Now he's only 3 yards away from 100. It'd be interesting to see if they try to get him over that 100-yard marker again this season. But we'll go through some scores from around the league. Again, guys, if you're watching, if you signed up at Hashtag Sports for an entry for the Thurman Thomas signed helmet, right after the game, go from me to them. Let them know that I sent you, because they will be giving away that that helmet, the Thurman Thomas signed helmet. I'll be heading over there as well. Yeah, even the PATs, like all of them, even the PATs, Hauschka looks hurt. So hopefully he gets better. Josh Allen, I mean, again, we know what he can do with his legs, guys. He's a weapon with his legs. I would love to see him pass the ball more. He does have 2 passing touchdowns in this game, too. So, great job by Allen doing what you need to do to win. Allen said it before, and he'll probably say it through his whole career. All he cares about is the W's. All I care about is that we have a consistent starting quarterback for the next 15 to 20 years. Or maybe 10 to 15. Maybe I won't get too greedy. 10 to 15 years, you know. You're not all Tom Brady's out there, right? But, again, now we give the ball to the defense. We'll get to see Kyle Williams back on the field. As I know these Bills fans will send him off with a great send-off. Unfortunate that we have to say goodbye to Kyle Williams, but it has to happen at some point, right? It has to happen at some point. Now we look at Lorenzo Alexander and see if maybe we can get him to come back for another season, as he's had a great year. You know, I know... I understand why Kyle Williams is retiring. I get it. Like, you don't want to be holding a team back, right? And I'm not saying Kyle Williams is holding his team back. I think Kyle Williams is still a great player, but will he be next season? He's only getting older, and he's missing. I remember in his press conference he talked about how he's seen so many of his kids' events and like softball games or baseball little league games via Skype or whatever it is. Like, that's unfair. That's unfair. So hopefully he gets to enjoy more time with his family after today's game. He'll get emotional. Might make me emotional if I have to see it. But, huge Kyle Williams fan. Always been a huge Kyle Williams fan since we drafted him in 2006. 13 years in the league. Kickoff is in the air, and it looks like it's going to be returnable as it's caught at the 2-yard line. Drake going to return it to the 20. Gets it to about the 20-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. So now they're talking about Miami's New Year's resolutions, consistent available QB play. Tannehill is coming into this game, and you were wondering about Tannehill. He has not been impressive in this game at all, throwing 2 interceptions, fumbling the ball once. You just wonder if Miami is going to move on from the quarterback position. Better production on defense. Again, we just went over the stat. Miami has allowed more yards this season than any other Dolphins season before this. So they might be firing their defensive coordinator. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Drake to his left. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. 1 to the bottom. Tight end goes in motion to the top. Tannehill throws it. This one's caught by Kenny Stills. It's going to be second down. They're marking at the 31-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Miami Dolphins. Less than 11 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter here. Nice to see the Bills turn on so Kyle can get the win. It's nice to see the Bills turn. Like, why can't the Bills do this every single week, Up a little bit, just turn it on, score. Drake goes up the middle for about 7-8 yards, gets it to the 37, 38-yard line. 10:30 to go in the fourth quarter. First down, Miami, going to be 1st and 10. Again, Buffalo up 35-17. 10.5 minutes to go in this game. Allen with a 30-yard touchdown run to put them up 35-17. 178 passing yards, 97 rushing yards for Allen on this day. So overall, a good day as Miami gets a 4 or 5 yard tight end out route to number 81, their tight end. He's tackled by Poyer on the play. Going to be 2nd and 6 with 10 minutes now to go in the fourth quarter. Again, at this point, just don't let anything get behind you. Play a little prevent defense, not too much, but again, you're okay with those 4 or 5 yard out routes as long as they stay in bounds. Shotgun formation for Tannehill, 3 wide receivers top of the screen. Running back there with him, looks like it's Drake. As Tannehill's getting pressured up the middle, does dump off a screen to Drake. Drake gets the ball to about the 49-yard line before he's tackled from behind by Kyle Williams, who does not give up on the play and makes the tackle. And that's something you could always rely on from Kyle Williams. Hey, Dan Jones, how you doing? Glad to see you. Yeah, we're doing all right in this game. We're doing all right. 35-17. Perfect way to send Kyle out. You're right. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you're gonna miss number 95. You're going to miss number 95. Again, Myth asked earlier if I think he's a Hall of Famer. Unfortunately, I do not. But he's definitely worthy to have his name put up in New Era Field or whatever they call it, stadium this day. But he, in the Ring of Honor, Ring of Fame, whatever you want to call it, he's definitely worthy of that distinction. And I look forward to that day. Put me on the long list of people waiting for that ticket because I'll be waiting for that. So, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. Tannehill in shotgun formation on this 2nd and 6. Throws a quick out route to his tight end, number 81. Falls short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Miami Dolphins. Again, Kyle Williams with a sack would get a bonus on his paycheck, last pay of the season. So let's hopefully get him. I don't even care if it's a junk sack at the end of the game. Like the offensive guard just says, let's not tackle him. It's gonna not see my favorite. Well, that just leaves room for me to get a new favorite defensive tackle. Wildcat Blanche fumbles the ball, and this one's picked up by Buffalo. 4th turnover of the day. This one is picked up by Trent Murphy. So finally we stopped the Wildcat. Not sure we had anything to do with that, but Balaj unable to handle the snap, fumbles the ball, and Murphy coming around the edge is able to pick the ball up, and Buffalo has the ball 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. So Balaj unable to handle the snap, and that's the one of the many things that can go wrong with the Wildcat is you have a running back there not used to taking snaps. If the snap's not perfect, how is he going to handle it? And Balaj, that's a snap that you see quarterbacks pick up all the time. Balaj unable to handle it, takes a weird bounce, and Trent Murphy with the recovery. First play, it's a pass play to Zay Jones. Zay gets the first down, gets out of bounds inside the 40-yard line, and a great job by Buffalo. There's a flag on the play. Buffalo sideline all making sure that Zay Jones stays on his feet and doesn't get hurt as Jerry Hughes is there to hold him up. So good job there. But there is a flag down. Allen saying it's against Miami. Personal foul on number 31 of the defense. That's Armstrong of Miami. I don't know what he did at all. I didn't see anything. They're showing Kyle Williams celebrating with Trent Murphy, Kyle Williams was on the sideline for that play. And he comes off the sideline to celebrate with them. Allen under center. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. 1 to the bottom. Ivory in the backfield. Lone back set. Fake handoff to Chris Ivory. Looks like they're going to let Allen gun it a little bit. Allen going to the end zone. Has Zay Jones for a touchdown. Wide open Zay Jones. So that's Josh Allen's 3rd touchdown pass of the day. 2 receiving. Not a bad day at all as the Buffalo Bills add on to their lead. 26-yard touchdown pass to Zay Jones makes this one 41-17. 7:44 to go in the game. That's 6 catches for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns for Zay Jones. 16 for 25, 215, 3 touchdowns and interception for Josh Allen. So a little insult injury here for the Buffalo Bills, but last game of the season, let your rookie air it out a little bit, and Zay Jones is left all alone, wide open, scores a touchdown easily. Buffalo now up with the extra point. Extra point's up. Extra point is good. And with 7:44 to go, Buffalo now up 42-17. They want to get Kyle Williams back on that field, give him a chance to get that sack so he can add a little extra money to that paycheck. Josh Allen's pumped as Buffalo's going to leave here, end this season with a victory, finish 6-10. So again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. We'll go through some scores real quick. Murphy shout here is wide as open. So yeah, we'll go through some scores real quick from around the league. Again, most of the important, impactful playoff games start at 4:25 today. They have a couple games that mattered as far as playoffs go in the 1 o'clock hour. Buffalo up 42-17, just adding on to a lead here against the Dolphins. Houston up 20-3 on Jacksonville with less than 4 minutes to go there. New England now up 38-3 on the New York Jets with 3.5 to go there. Carolina up 33-7 on New Orleans. That game does not matter at all. Dallas has then fallen behind the Giants again, now 32-28 in that one. Atlanta up 31-26 on Tampa Bay. 7 minutes to go in that one. So a couple games from around the league in the 1 o'clock hour. Again, this is one of those rare weeks. Normally only week 17 where you see this, where there's more 4 o'clock games or 4:25 games than there are 1 o'clock games. So you have Cleveland at Baltimore. Good to see Cleveland end with a winning record. However, Baltimore doesn't want to see that. Baltimore needs a win to win the AFC North. If they lose and Pittsburgh wins against Cincinnati, Pittsburgh is in the playoffs as AFC North champions. Baltimore, again, would be out of the playoffs in that scenario. Oakland, Kansas City wins. They maintain that #1 overall seed. If they lose, they open the door for the Chargers to win and take over that #1 seed if they lose. Bears, Vikings, again, probably the biggest game as far as the 4:25 games, as far as both teams needing something for the playoffs. Chicago win with the LA Rams loss, guarantees them the #2 seed in the playoffs, where Minnesota needs to win in order to keep that 6th seed. If they lose and the Eagles win, the Eagles will overtake them for the 6th seed. Since you have Pittsburgh, already talked about, Pittsburgh needs to win and get help. They need either Baltimore to lose, or they need the game tonight between the Titans and the Colts to end in a tie. If the Steelers win and that game ends in a tie tonight, the Steelers will then be the 6th seed. If the Steelers win and the Ravens lose, the Steelers win the AFC North. Philly at Washington. Philadelphia needs to win and get some help as well. If Philadelphia wins, most points scoring game of the season by the Buffalo Bills, 42. But if the Eagles win and the Vikings lose, Eagles are the 6th seed. If the Eagles lose, they're out of the playoffs. So they need to win that game. If the Eagles win, the Vikings get that spot. So LA Chargers, Denver, again, the Chargers win. Kickoff goes in the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami will start the ball 1st and 10 at the 25 as Kyle Williams comes onto the field for one of his last times. They're showing the video now of Kyle Williams celebrating with his kids after Tyler Boyd runs it in for a touchdown. Wow. All right, I'm good. The Chargers, Denver, Chargers win, and the Chiefs lose. Chargers will be the #1 overall seed. San Fran, LA wins. They keep the #2 seed. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Drake to his left. 4 wide receivers out. Blitz coming. Tannehill going deep. Airs it out. Incomplete. Intended for Kenny Stills. Kenny Stills tipped it up. Almost intercepted on that play. 7:38 to go. 42-17 Buffalo over the Miami Dolphins. So San Fran loses to the Rams. The Rams get the #2 seed. If the Rams lose to San Fran, Bears win. The Bears will then be the 2 seed. Seattle, Arizona again. I'm pretty sure Seattle's wrapped up the 5 seed, but maybe they still have a chance to get the fall to 6. And then tonight, of course, Indy, Tennessee. That game to decide who's in and who's out. Tannehill in shotgun formation. Run play this time to Balaj, who gets about 6 yards on the carry. Gets to the 31-yard line before he's tackled by a group of Buffalo Bills. Going to bring up a 3rd and short. They're in about 4 for the Buffalo Bills. Williamsville, New York. They have a sign saying Village of Kyle Williamsville, New York. So that's kind of neat. they're just showing Bills fans and the support that they've shown for Kyle Williams, as Kyle Williams has done nothing but supported his team and his city for the past 13 years. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you have put in an entry to get the autographed Thurman Thomas football at #sports, they will be live right after this game to announce the winner. So be sure to join them. I'll be joining them. Tremaine Edmonds gets in and gets a sack on Tannehill. That's Tremaine Edmonds having a great day. Has a fumble recovery, has an interception, has 2 tackles for a loss, 3 now if you include the sack. That's going to be a 4th and long with 6.5 minutes to go. That's our 4th sack of the day. One of my other keys to victory on this day was to get to Ryan Tannehill. We've done that today. We've pressured him. We've forced him to make bad decisions, including interceptions and the fumble. Tremaine Edmonds with a great sack on Ryan Tannehill there. Again, Tremaine Edmonds with a great day, just proving why we did a great thing by picking him up. Really happy with that pickup, whether you're on the fence still about Josh Allen or not. I don't think you can be on the fence about Tremaine Edmonds. I think that was a great trade up to get him. Short punt, and it's down by the Miami Dolphins at the 47-yard line. So Buffalo will start the ball 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Yeah, Tremaine with a monster game today. Absolutely right. So, again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. Again, if you haven't subscribed, that doesn't mean you shouldn't just because this is the end of the season. Believe me, you'll want to be here for this off season. We'll have a great time still waiting for the start of next year. I can't wait for week 1 next season already. As Buffalo Bills have a lot of money to spend, looks like we might make some noise next season. And we'll do some videos on that coming up in this offseason. So I-formation run. This one's to Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory tries to make some guys miss, is unable to, gets the ball to midfield before he's tackled. 5:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Buffalo up Miami 42-17. Josh Allen is the 2nd Bills player all time with 2 touchdown passes and 2 rushing touchdowns in a game, tying Trent Edwards. 11-23, 2008 against the Chiefs. Trent Edwards had 2 touchdowns passing, 2 touchdowns throwing. Allen's only his 2nd player in Bills history to do that in today's game. Bills have 356 yards of total offense in this game. Miami 208. I-formation for the Buffalo Bills on the 2nd and 8. Ivory behind DeMarco. Pitch is to Ivory. Gets to the left, gets the corner, and gets the 1st down. So 1st down Buffalo. 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. Just milk that clock at this point. Up 42-17. We're going to end this season on a winning note, moving our record to 6-10. The Dolphins will fall to 7-9. As of 3-10, that would put us at the 10th seed, or the 10th pick in the NFL draft. So if you're wondering, what does this mean for draft position? As of 3-10, we were the 10th overall pick in the NFL draft. I don't see that changing much. I think Denver would need to win to make that. If Denver loses, I think we're 11. If Denver wins, we're 10th, something like that. I'm not sure. But less than 5 minutes to go now in this game. Kyle Williams is in the game at fullback. They're going to throw it to him. Kyle Williams with a catch. Gets 9 yards. Kyle Williams with the 1st catch of his NFL career and his last game, and everyone's there. All the Bills players on the sideline cheering for him. Bills fans going nuts. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Kyle Williams with the catch for 9 yards. First catch of his NFL career. Probably going to be his last catch as he holds on to that ball tightly. Let's go, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle, for all you've done. Chris Ivory running it on 2nd down. He's going to pick up the 1st down on 2nd and 1. How we hope he I hope he sticks around. Again, take a few years off if you want. Wow. Bills players jumping all over him, celebrating with him. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. 3.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter here. Buffalo going to seal this victory with a couple more runs here. Ivory gets about 6 yards on the play. Again, Kyle Williams' last game as a Buffalo Bill, last NFL game. We do need a voice like him. Such an amazing person. Such an amazing person. Second and 4, less than 3 minutes to go for the Buffalo Bills. Again, Buffalo up on the Dolphins 42-17 as the fans just continue to cheer for Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams just had his first NFL catch go for 9 yards. Run by Chris Ivory. Gets 2 yards on the play. Gonna make it 3rd and 2. As there's still some scrumming going on between DeMarco and number 97 of Miami. There's still some pushing and shoving. So again, yeah, if you're Josh Allen, you just get everyone back to the huddle. It's gonna be 3rd and a long 2 or a short 3, depending how you want. But it's gonna be a 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. 2-minute warning in Buffalo. Buffalo up 42-17. Wow. Yeah, attempt 5. First of all, thank you for joining me. I believe it's Talk again. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. We keep you updated on all Buffalo Bills news. Just because the season's coming to an end, just because the season's 2 minutes away from ending for the Bills, does not mean we will not constantly keep you updated. Did a special video for Kyle Williams already. It's posted on my site or on the channel, so you want to be sure to go to that. But yeah, defensive line coach, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. Just bring him in and have him give a pep talk every once in a while, whatever it is. Again, I don't think he's going to go to the Hall of Fame, but I do think he'll be in the Buffalo Bills Hall of Fame or Ring of Fame or Ring of Honor or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. But I look forward to that game where he gets his name up on the stadium wall. And he deserves it. He's been throughout this drought. Even though last year we ended the drought, throughout the drought, there's been no better Buffalo Bill player. 2 minutes to go, Buffalo Bills up 42-17. I'll go through some scores around the league as some of these games have gone final. Jacksonville has lost to Houston, so Houston has clinched the AFC South with a win, beating the Jaguars 20-3. New England has beat the Jets. So with that win, winning 38-3, they have clinched at least the 2 seed in the AFC. That means Houston is guaranteed the number 3 seed. Detroit beat Green Bay 31-0 earlier today in a game that has no playoff implication. 3 other games going on right now. Carolina's up 33-14 over New Orleans. I have the 2-minute warning. Dallas and New York Giants go back and forth. 35-28 New York with 2 minutes to go there. Dallas has the ball in New York territory. Tampa's up by a point against Atlanta, 32-31 with less than 3 minutes to go there. So those are the scores from around the league. We do have a great young nuke. Can only get better is the scary thing, guys. As long as he stays healthy, which obviously is key, but as long as he stays healthy, the things he can do at middle linebacker, just thinking about it, just blow my mind. I can't wait to see him grow into the wide receiver or into the linebacker. He can become wide receiver position might not be as bad off as we once thought. We do need some veteran talent in there, or at least some good ball control guys. But Zay Jones looking good in this one. Robert Foster's been looking good for the second half of the season. Just really, really excited for this team. But at this point, just as we take a knee down. Take a kneel down, make it fourth down. Maybe we'll put Kyle Williams out there, try a field goal. But Houston wins the division. They're going to be the 3 seed. Yeah, so it's just confirmed to me that 4th and 4, we're just going to take another knee. Yeah. Kyle Williams come back on the field. Cameron Wake comes over. I told you this might get emotional, guys. I told you. I warned you. I warned you. Cameron Wake comes over just to congratulate Kyle Williams. Gives him a high five. Gives him a little hug. Fantastic way to end the season. Absolutely. Absolutely. 42-17. A minute 19 to go. Buffalo did a great job, obviously, towards the end of, or 42-17, I'm sorry, I don't know what I said before. Towards the end of the first half, we were all getting a little angry here. Buffalo calls a timeout. Kyle Williams is coming off. They just wanted to call timeout, get Kyle Williams off the field. Let this crowd, let them hear it. Great career. Great career by this guy. As everyone gives him a hug. Minute 19 to go in this one. 42-17. Buffalo up. Buffalo has called timeout. Let Kyle Williams get off the field. Get the standing ovation he deserves. Shotgun formation for Ryan Tannehill. He hands the ball off. This one's to Cameron Drake. Looks like he's going to gain... Or no, that's Ballage. I'm sorry. Ballage gained 7 yards on the play. Great job by Coach McDermott making sure that Kyle Williams gets his moment that he deserves again. As everyone's still hugging him on the sideline. You're going to lose this one. Fall to 7-9 after starting 3-0. Tannehill in shotgun formation again. 2nd and 4. He's going to hand the ball off to Ballage again. Ballage gets the first down. So anyway, guys, if you, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the season I have. Again, if you haven't already subscribed, I will keep you posted on all Buffalo Bills news. I'll keep you posted on Buffalo sports, whether it be the Sabres, the Bills. We talk about the Buffalo Bulls. Again, Buffalo Bulls are ranked for the first time in history in basketball, in their school history. So we'll see what happens come March, but I'm excited for it. As this one comes to an end, Buffalo wins, beating the Miami Dolphins 42-17. Kyle Williams' last game as a professional NFL player. Again, hope to see him soon on the sideline as a head coach. Buffalo goes to 6-10 on the season. Again, guys, if you signed up to win a helmet signed by Thurman Thomas over on #sports, go over to #sports right now. They'll be giving you a post-game of this game. I'll go over there as well. We'll always have a good time talking with those guys. As far as me, you know I'll be doing my post-game tomorrow. The Bills win this one 42-17, making their record for the last game of the season 6-10. Again, as of about 3:15, they were going to be the number 10th overall pick. I believe Denver is the only team that can change that in the evening games or in the games going on at 4:25. So go over to #sports, guys. They will be giving you your post-game. They will be telling us who won that autographed Thurman Thomas helmet. So I look forward to that. I'll be over there as well, so we'll talk for a little bit. I look forward to that. Thank you for a great season. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys. Sign up to, or do whatever you do on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. That's what I'm looking for, because I'll give you polls to see what games I'll be live streaming next as far as week 1 and week 2 of the playoffs. And we have some fun on Twitter, and I keep you updated on Buffalo sports there as well. So thank you for joining me. All 17 weeks of the season, we had a good time. Buffalo finished the season 6-10. Not exactly what you wanted to see, but a good way to end the season here with a big win over the Dolphins. Always feels good to squish the fish. Kyle Williams' last game as a professional NFL player. Let him go out with a win. So I'm happy about that. Look forward to seeing him on the sideline as a head coach. So thank you for joining me. I believe it's again. My name is Joe. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We keep you updated on all Buffalo Bills sports news. Keep you updated on the Sabres. Keep you updated on the Bulls. Maybe some Bisons, Bandits, all that good stuff thrown your way. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, and we'll see you soon. Go over to #sports. Find out if you won that Thurman Thomas helmet. I hope I did. So we'll hope to see you over there. If not, have a great afternoon. Have a great evening. Enjoy the last week of the NFL season. Playoff situations galore. Enjoy that, and I'll see you soon. But till then, go Bills.